King, do you know what I mean? What's going on, everybody? It is your host, Michael Garza. 4-3. What's going on, my pink brony bros? And we dance at the gay clubs. Oh my God, we're just having fun. We are reacting to some more videos today. It is good to be back in doing a live stream with you guys. You know who you are. Welcome to the show, everybody. Is your host, Michael Garza. Chilling. Like a villain. We're going to check out some YouTube. We're doing some Trump-Iran news updates. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. Do you know what I mean? When I'm gone, it's center scene. What up, Tammy? How you doing? It's good to see you. Hello, Tammy. And Annie, it's good to see you. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing. Are you doing pretty well? If you're not, I just hope you're doing well. But let me know how you're doing. Both of you, I appreciate you guys tuning in. The Michael Garza show will commence. This is how we roll. But welcome, everybody. It is good to see you all. We're pulling up a few pieces of information, trying to remain as sexy as possible. Give me a few moments, you guys. Sorry about that. I'm just looking at a couple pieces of information. Thank you guys for being so patient, though. I always appreciate it. I gotta get one more thing down. Hold on. Okay. Cause I'm the comeback king. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's see here. Give me another. There's just a couple technical difficulties I thought I had combed through, but I guess I haven't. So I do want to thank you guys, though, for being so patient. I mean, I afforded the apartment because I don't know. I just afforded it. You know, it's not very expensive. The rent is pretty low for the most part. It's not super low, but it's low enough. Okay, that works. Like a blank screen, you can never count me out. What we doing? So our super chat goal for the night is $100. And we're going to see if we can do it. Let's go. But first, we're going to react to some Donald Trump. My boy, dude. Trump makes me hump. Trump makes me hump. Trump makes me hump. Trump makes me hump. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep, we're reacting to our boy. Trump's the man, dude. Trump's the GOAT. I know there's a lot of people in the chat who come in and they're like, oh, you're such a bad person because you like Donald Trump. It's like, no, dude, you're just a whiner. You just whining. Because everybody whining and dining. Oh. Give me another moment, though. We'll look up a little bit of Trump. We'll look up Trump. Trump makes me hump. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's happening here. Let's watch a little Fox and Friends. Let's do
moments
it.
ago, President Trump giving an update on negotiations with Iran, threatening destruction if a deal is not made.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Trey, good morning.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Operation Epic Fury has now entered week 5, and the United States continues to hammer the Iranian regime. Moments ago, President Trump took to Truth Social to give an update about the situation. He said, quote, the United States of America is in serious discussions with a new and more reasonable regime to end our military operations in Iran. Great progress has been made, but if
hopefully,
for any reason a deal is not shortly reached,
one would hope
it
that
probably
progress
will
is being made.
And if the Hormuz Strait
And
is
I
not
trust Trump, man. I
immediately
do
open
trust
for
him.
business,
I actually
we
think
will
he's on the
conclude our
right path
lovely
with
stay in
everything.
Iran by blowing up and completely obliterating
you know, obviously,
all of their
you know, the
electric-generating
leftists are
plants,
going
oil
to
wells,
say
and Park
otherwise,
Island, and
but
possibly all desalination
yeah, no, I
plants,
can't wait to see
which
what
we
he
have
pulls off,
purposely
man.
not yet touched. Now, the president's comments come after
No,
a series
and look,
of U.S.
Trump's
and
the
Israeli
man. We all
strikes
know
over
it.
the
I think
weekend
everybody's
that
just
targeted Iran's
everybody's a little
steel
bit jealous of
manufacturing
him.
sites and
And
nuclear
it's pretty
development
obvious that
facilities.
people are jealous.
Reports indicate the president is considering a limited ground operation inside of Iran following the arrival of the USS Tripoli, manned with 3,500 troops, including 2,500 Marines, to the CENTCOM area of operation. The president was asked about the status of military plans yet.
If you guys can, though, double tap the screen to like the stream one more time. Double tap the screen to like the stream. It really does help the channel grow, so the more likes we get, the better. But yeah, double tap the screen, though, to like the stream. Double tap the screen to like the stream. Thank you guys so much. Let's get it going.
Yesterday, saying this.
We've had very good negotiations today with Iran, getting a lot of the things that they should have given us a long time ago. We'll see how it works out, but they're very good. Moving.
Hey, dude, Trump's figuring something out. I'm hoping that there's a real negotiation happening, you know, because it's one of those things, man. It kind of freaks me out, dude. Hey, thank you, the President 321. I appreciate the donation of 2 joules. Everybody give a shout out to the _ President 321. I appreciate it. You're a pink brony bro, and we dance at the gay clubs. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong. Give me one moment, though, man. Yeah, no, this channel's come a long way. I'll admit it for sure. I mean, this channel's really improved over time. You know, we've gotten a lot more members. So I do want to thank everybody for double tapping the screen to like the stream, and I do appreciate everybody for taking the time to subscribe to the channel, though. It really does help the channel grow in more ways than one, man. You guys are really keeping the flow of the channel good. You guys are keeping me on the straight and narrow and feeling sexy. So, no, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Give me one moment. I'm trying to find something that's more friendly to the GIFs. Huh. Give me a moment, you guys. Sorry about that. This channel has come a long way, though. I'll tell you that. Thank you guys for tapping the like button. Thank you for tapping the subscribe button, though. The more likes and subscribes we get, so double tap the screen to like the stream, like I say. Once again, man, double tap the screen to like the stream, man. It really does help the channel grow. It does help my PP grow. It doesn't really help my PP grow at all. It's always going to be small, but I do want to thank you guys for double tapping the screen to like the stream. Also, don't forget to subscribe, man. We're trying to get more subscribers. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,273 subs. Once again, we're at 9,273 subscribers. So the more the merrier, man. So the more subscribers we get, it does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Ayo. Let's keep going.
Going very nicely.
Are you considering still putting boots on the ground, and would you do that without going to Congress?
I just have lots of alternatives. We have tremendous numbers of ships over there. We don't need them all because of, the power. We're ahead of schedule with Iran.
As the war grinds on, Iran is continuing its ballistic missile attacks against Israel, focusing attacks on southern Israel in recent days. A chemical plant outside the city of Beersheba was hit with a missile fragment yesterday, causing toxic black smoke to spew from the facility. The area around the plant was evacuated. With these strikes ongoing, a spokesperson for Iran's IRGC talked over the weekend about the war and President Trump.
Trump threatens an issue one morning and retreats that same evening. He talks about negotiations for a while and decides to continue the war hours later.
We also have new video this morning from the northern Israeli city of Haifa, where part of an Iranian missile slammed into an oil refinery. You can see the fire there as the...
Jeez, man. Oh, boy. I think it's going to get a little uglier in Iran, to be honest. So we got New Jersey PS. You came a long way. Thank you. I remember you used to wear... I didn't wear poop on my face. It was frosting, by the way. Tiny Lion Gaming, what's up, my brony bro? Tiny Lion Gaming says he's back. Sup, Annie? We got Annie. How you doing, Annie? Well, I already said how you doing, Annie. Sorry, I'm all over the place, you guys. We have Frog Eat Frog in the house. We got troops going on the ground. Yep. That's what it's looking like, man. That's what it's looking like. Honestly, the sooner that this Iran war is over, the better. Look, I'm not a fan of war. I'm not even like a big fan of this war. I'm just hoping that the war ends as soon as possible. I hope it stops as soon as possible. We don't want it to go on that long. We're a pretty anti-war channel for the most part on this show. We're very proud of our anti-war stance, but at the same time, we understand that Iran has a terrible, terrible, terrible government. A dictatorial government. So honestly, at the same time, I still believe a weakened Iran, as far as military and government purposes, is a good Iran. Orwell the Resident, what's going on? We got Frog Eat Frog sending me... Well, I think we all know what Frog Eat Frog is trying to say. And Frog Eat Frog in a comment earlier was saying that I was pissing in the. That's not true. Frog Eat Frog, not true. I've got the chat logs. Frog Eat Frog, I got the chat logs. I didn't do it, dude. I swear I'm innocent, bro. I'm innocent. I didn't piss in the sink, dude. I don't do that, man. It looks like it. I mean, look, I'm a tall guy, so when I'm doing my dishes, it looks like I'm. But you guys can't see what I'm doing. You guys don't know what I'm doing. Frog Eat Frog, though, man. It's good to see you, brony. You're a pink brony, bro. And we dance at the gay club. I don't piss in the sink, dude.
Random Gian at 9296 says. Need flash Garza pisses in the sink lol. Frog Eat Frog says. Yeah, sure. Tiny Lion Gaming says. Stop driving so much, Orwell. Sacrifices must be made. Remark 210 says. Didn't Chris Hansen interview you?
This is
Dolphin
amazing.
Tactic 1141 says. We need gas prices $7.
Absolutely. 100%. 100. Let's go.
Iranians are going after more energy targets across the region. And when the IRGC is threatening President Trump, they don't realize the president wants them to be confused about the military operations. There is a large U.S. force buildup across the region and many options on the table for President Trump as this war moves forward. Guys?
So, Trey, how important is it to get that internet up, somehow being able to get the Iranian people to be able to communicate with each other? Do you think we're making any progress in that area?
I mean, I don't know. The whole Iranian... I mean, it looks like it's an Iranian blackout, man. It's crazy. This is wild, man. Effing wild, dude. You got Tesla saying hi for y'all. Dolphin Tactic, what up, brony? We got so many hot people in here. We got Tiny Lion Gaming. Oh, Tiny Lion Gaming. Come on, bro.
Real Garza says. Super chat goal, $100.
Okay, let's keep on watching, man.
Yeah, Brian, at this point, no. And it's a major concern for Israeli officials. They are sounding the alarm about the internet blackout across Iran that has now reached more than 700 hours. Iranian civilians not able to order.
Hey, thank you guys for tapping the like button. If you guys can, double tap the screen to like the stream. One more time, double tap the screen to like the stream. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So the more subscribers we have, the better. More likes we have, the better. So once again, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the stream. Thank you so much. Let's keep going.
Organize and speak with each other inside of the country. And also the extent of the damage from these U.S. and Israeli strikes isn't completely known due to the internet blackout. Earlier today, I spoke with a senior Israeli intelligence official who said in part, quote, this is a blackout on truth. The regime is hiding reality from its own people. They don't want the Iranian people to see how badly they're getting hit.
Oh, yeah, I don't trust the Iranian government, and the fact that they're blacking out communications. What do you guys got to hide? I mean, the asshole Ayatollah. Look, I am so sick of the Iranian government that I just want the entire government to just be replaced. I think that's a fair ask. I think it's a very fair ask. What do you guys say? Do you guys think I'm on the right path? Do you guys think I'm an idiot for thinking this? Like, how are you guys feeling? Because I think, you know, honestly, dude, you guys are my pink brony bros. I want you guys to double tap the screen to like the stream. We're trying to get to 100 likes, so double tap the screen to like the stream. Let's go, dude. I don't, John, I don't collect piss bottles, bro. I don't do that. I used to when I was younger because, I don't know. Sometimes you have to piss in bottles depending on the situation. Great time for investors. Absolutely, dude. I was able to buy the U.S. small cap Schwab ETF earlier on my brokerage account for dirt cheap. So I was able to buy share after share after share as the price continued to go down. Look, I love U.S. small cap ETFs, and I do love buying those on the dip because anytime there is a dip in anything, I'm there to buy. I am a frequent buyer of dips anytime I can. Tylord, you have not seen anything. Got it? Whatever you saw, no. Tylord, no. Don't you dare, brony bro. You're a pink brony bro. And you dance at the gay clubs, oh my God. I'm just having fun. On the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong.
This official went on to say cutting the internet stops people from communicating, from sharing what's really happening. And
but yeah, like I said, if you guys love the show as much as Ty Lord does, Ty Lord is my biological stepson. Annie, if you love the show as much as Annie does, or Ty Lord does, or if you love the show as much as, subscribe to the channel. If you love the show as much as Tiny Lion Gaming or Frog Eat Frog, if you love it more than my boy Nate Dogg, double tap the screen to like the stream. And if you can, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow, and it does make me feel very, very sexy. Don't worry, and I'll be there for you. All right, dude. I'm not showing my... Look, I don't have any... Dude, I don't have any piss bottle collections. What are you guys talking about, man? I'm denying this. I'm denying the allegations. Allegations. Why is everybody hating with these allegations? But thank you guys so much for tapping the subscribe button, though. It really does help the channel grow. It helps the channel in more ways than you could ever imagine. So I do want to thank everybody for tapping the subscribe button. You guys are really amazing. You guys do keep the channel going, so let's go.
From organizing, there are major questions about how the Iranian regime is also cracking down on internet access, and we are told that they are jamming the Starlink terminals inside of the country that Iranians...
They're jamming the Starlink terminals, dude. The Iranian government is so... what do you call it? The Iranian government is so determined to prevent its own people from sharing the atrocities that are happening in their shitty country. The Iranian government, man, pisses me off to no end. The Iranian regime needs to go. It needs to be toppled. The Iranian regime is terrible. And to anybody taking the side of the Iranian regime, I honestly think twice about your loyalties to America, because, you should... I would hope that you guys would at least be loyal enough to just move out of the country at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. You guys ain't getting those pictures of Spider-Man, bro. The only pictures you guys are getting are the pictures of Spoderman. All right, you guys want those Spoderman pictures, I understand, but make sure you guys double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream. Let's go, dude. I think about Tim Walz all the time. He is so cool, and he is so cute. I know that everybody's pissed at me, 'cause everybody thinking like I'm a homie G. Everybody's jealous of my mad rap skills. Everybody knows I got the thrill. Why does everybody need the pictures of Spider-Man? All right, why does everybody ask him for the pictures of Spoderman? All right? Nobody deserves these pictures, all right?
Previously used to communicate with the outside world.
Trey, you talked about the need for the internet in order to have some sort of organic organization for what's going to happen if and when the regime is toppled. But over the weekend, we saw that Israel bombed 2 units.
You guys, double tap the screen to like the stream. One more time, double tap the screen to like the stream.
Universities in Tehran. And concerns me on 2 levels, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it. One, if they bomb those, now they've said, okay, you bombed these universities, now American and Israeli universities are are now possible targets. So that's a concern. But also, if you bomb universities, you might anger the very
Laugh out
people
loud.
that you want
We know what
to
you
have
did in that
organized,
sink we sent you,
which is
Garza.
primarily young people. Who
Oh,
want to overthrow this
shit.
government.
Frog eat frog. Just exposed the entirety of the Michael Garza show. Thank you so much, Frog Eat Frog. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to give you a love on that one. I'm going to highlight this super chat for a while just because I appreciate it. So let's replay. I want to hear the text to speech from Frog Eat Frog. Okay, we're going to do an investigation.
Laugh out loud.
We know what you did in that sink we sent you, Garza.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a test, okay? Everybody in the chat, are you guys in the chat right now? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Okay, we're gonna do a test. Does it look like I'm doing something suspicious in the sink? What am I doing? All right. So Frog Eat Frog is saying it looks like I'm doing something sus, more or less. He says I'm basically doing something that's a little creepy or a little bit, sus, You guys know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do a test. We're going to do a test. Is Michael Garza, what is Michael Garza doing in his sink, okay? Is that a fair test? Now, I'm going to let the chat determine, now, what do you guys think that I'm doing in the sink, all right? I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to do in the sink. It could be anything. But I want you guys to guess. Okay. Okay, so looks like the jig is up, I guess, is the old saying. Give me 1 second. You know, I feel like I've been exposed on this channel, and I'm embarrassed, and I'm ashamed, I guess. I'm embarrassed. Not really. No, I know what you guys think. Oh my God.
Frog Eat Frog says. Doing dishes but using piss instead of water. Garza is most efficient out here. Random Gian at 9296 says. Pissing on your hands obviously. Frog Eat Frog says.
This is amazing. Thank you guys for the support. I
for
appreciate
500
it.
Alex.
Annie
Annie01200 says.
Crap, man.
I see SNT with you guys right now are all killing me.
Amazing. Okay. So we're gonna put the headphones back on, and we're gonna watch a little bit more of my pink brony bros, and we all dance at the gay clubs. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong. Double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream.
Is that something that's being discussed in addition to the problem with the internet?
It's an incredibly delicate situation on the ground inside of Iran, and the president, in his post to Truth Social just last hour, made very clear there are a variety of targets that the United States has decided not to hit, giving these negotiations a chance to succeed. But the president's also been very clear if the Iranians are not willing to make a good faith agreement and come to the table.
Dude, the Iranians gotta, man. The Iranians gotta do something, bro. All right, let's go. My pink brony bros.
Table with serious concessions about their ballistic missile program, their nuclear program, and support of regional proxies that threaten U.S. forces, that these other targets are going to be struck. And so the president maintains a variety of options when it comes to the targets inside of Iran. And again, the reality is that the Iranian regime is getting hit so hard that they're afraid for the world to see the aftermath of these
And I do want to give a shout out to my boy Frog Eat Frog, though. Thank you for the super chat, man. You know what? I'm going to play the super chat one more time. Let's get it back up there.
Laugh out loud.
We know what you did in that sink we sent you guys.
Okay. All right. Prove it.
U.S. and Israeli strikes, and that's part of the reason we are told.
Nah, I'm loving this, man. It's amazing.
By officials here in Israel that they are cracking down on internet access. And that's why Israeli officials believe it's so important to get the internet up in Iran so that the world can see the aftermath of these U.S. and Israeli strikes.
Real quick, Trey, how are the people seeing the propaganda videos with inside of? Is that through the internet? Like, what system are they using for the people in Iran to see those videos?
So there is still state media that is operating inside of Iran, but it certainly can't be trusted. And that, again, is why it is so important to have this internet access so that people can consume objective information about what's happening. Remember, there's quiet support for what President Trump.
Yeah, and this is why it's sad that they're disrupting the Starlink. You know what I mean? They're actually like finding ways to interfere with the Starlink frequencies. Because, look, those people need to be able to communicate what is happening on the ground. They need to let everybody know. It needs to happen.
ordered with Operation Epic Fury. Earlier this year, more than 30,000 Iranian civilians were slaughtered by their own regime. They took to the streets of their country protesting peacefully against the government, and they were met with live ammunition. And so that is certainly a concern for these people in Iran who previously were demonstrating in the streets of their country, but their access to information is very limited. And so we know the Israelis have used their intelligence apparatus to try to get information to the Iranian people. But the bottom line here is they don't even understand the extent of what is happening in their own country. And certainly the world isn't able to get a firm grasp on the aftermath of these U.S. and Israeli strikes. But moving forward, we're looking at a variety of things here. One has to do with the internet access in Iran. The second has to do with the pressure that the United States is continuously applying to the Iranian regime with these daily and often hourly strikes. And third, this question about if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith. The president has indicated there are individuals within the regime who are willing to...
Okay. All right. Fair. Yeah, it's true, man. You get jammed just about anything. It sucks. Look, I think Trump's doing the best he can, man. You know, Trump, look, the Strait of Hormuz needs to open back up. All right? The Strait of Hormuz needs to open the F back up, man. Or else everybody's screwed, dude. But how's it going, Mr. Larson Christopher? How you doing, my brony? It's good to see you, bro. Hey, I'm still wishing your mother well, man. I really do hope that she's doing better. It sounds like she's in a good position right now, I'm hoping. But Mr. Larson Christopher, man, I got her in my thoughts, brother.
To talk at this point, given the fact that the United States and Israel have taken out dozens of senior Iranian officials. But the question is if they are willing to make a good faith agreement. And once again, the president being very clear, he is giving the Iranians an olive branch. He's giving them an off-ramp in this conflict. And he was very clear in that post on Truth Social, if they do not take this diplomatic option, they will face serious consequences.
I hope they understand that. Thanks so much, Trey. Appreciate it.
We know when the negotiation is going well because they live. When they don't live, then we know the negotiation isn't going so well. So we'll be following to see.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
Take a look and see what the White House is doing, man.
Hello, everybody.
Let's see what the White House is up to, man. Okay, let's see what Caroline Leavitt's talking about here.
Price, increasing its advantage over the terrorist Iranian regime. More than 11,000 enemy targets have been struck to date, each strike further crippling the regime's offensive and defensive capabilities and creating more leverage for the United States and our allies. Compared to the start of the operation, Iran's ballistic missile and drone attacks are down by roughly 90%. The United States is also decimating the Iranian regime's navy. We have destroyed more than 150 of their naval vessels so far, including 92% of their largest vessels. The Iranian Navy has no vessels operating in major regional waterways and no ability to project naval power, which is why they've been assessed as combat ineffective. Our military continues to obliterate Iran's defense industrial base, with nearly 70% of their missile, drone, and naval production facilities and shipyards damaged or destroyed thus far, significantly reducing their ability to pose future threats in the region. U.S. and Israeli joint forces control the skies and have asserted air dominance over Iran, completing more than 11,000 successful combat flights thus far. The trend remains clear. The United States is conducting more intense, targeted strikes with devastating combat power with each passing day to destroy the threat posed by the Iranian.
This is wild, man. Just the fact of the matter, just the fact that the Iranian military is virtually decimated. The Iranian military is basically cooked. And, like, to those of you who say that America's losing this war, what are you smoking? The only thing I'm asking is, what are you smoking? I want to know, bro. What in the hell are you smoking?
Iranian terrorist regime, as President Trump sought out to do a month ago. It's no surprise that we are seeing the remaining elements of the regime become increasingly eager to end the destruction and come to the negotiating table while they still can.
I think it's because they realize that they're cooked. Iran realizes they're cooked. Crazy, right? I am the cutest e-girl on the internet. I know everybody's jealous. I'm like the cutest, sexiest e-girl of all time. Let's take a look at the chats. And he says, oh, wow, 92%. Larson Christopher says, does he have the munchies? Yeah, I got a little bit of the munchies, bro. Yeah, I mean, gas prices here in Oregon are like at $5 a gallon, but I was expecting that. Look, once the Strait of Hormuz opens back up, I don't know when it will, but once it does, I mean, everything's going to be pretty much golden from here, man. If you guys can, though, don't forget to double tap the screen. Double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream. It does help the channel grow, and it makes us feel like the Bussy Boys, right? So please subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel grow, and you guys are making me happy. Oh, yeah.
Despite all of the public posturing you hear from the regime.
Oh, and also, by the way, we're at 9,274 subscribers. Once again, 9,274 subs. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, as it does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Chew your food, don't inhale. Absolutely, my brony bro. We got Nate Dogg in the house, dude. Frog Eat Frog says it grows Garza's pee-pee. I can get down with that. It's a good theory. Everybody's so cute. Why are you all so sexy? No, yeah. But yeah, double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap that screen to like the stream. Hey, we're at 9,275 subs, everybody. We're only 25 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So don't forget to tap that subscribe button as it helps the channel grow. Garza, can you read the gas shortage crunch from the 70s? I mean, I might look it up here in a second, but gas shortage crunch in the... I mean, that doesn't surprise me that it happened. I'm assuming... Well, I guess we'll take a look here. Gas shortage crunch from the 70s. The 1970s gas crisis triggered by the 1973 OPEC oil embargo and the 1979 Iranian Revolution caused severe U.S. fuel shortages, long gas lines, and massive price hikes. OPEC cut supply to punish the U.S. for supporting Israel in the Yom Kippur War, causing oil prices to quadruple. This led to stagnation and lasting economic shifts. Interesting. I did not know about this. Or at least, maybe I did and just totally forgot about it. The supply was mostly cut off by OPEC. Got ya. Interesting. No, it is fascinating, though, man. Holy shit.
Regime and false reporting, talks are continuing and going well. What is said publicly is, of course, much different than what's being communicated to us privately. As a result, President Trump issued a 10-day pause to postpone planned strikes on Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure. This remains a truly once-in-a-generation opportunity for the regime to make a good deal with the United States, permanently abandon their nuclear ambitions, and stop acting as the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. If the Iran...
Amen, dude. Amen. Honestly, like I said, a weakened Iran is a good Iran. I mean, I don't know how tough that is to figure out. You know what I mean? I think it just makes sense to me. Because think about Iran's stronghold over the Middle East. Iran has a lot of territory. And honestly, I think it's good to see Iran weak. Not the people. I want the people to thrive, but I want their government to be restructured, and I want their entire freaking military to surrender. That's all. Just surrender. Hopefully, but they probably won't. We'll see what happens.
Iranians reject this golden opportunity. The greatest military in the history of the world continues to stand by to provide President Trump with every option available to ensure this regime continues to pay a grave price. One way or another, Iran will no longer have the credible ability to threaten the United States or our allies, which is, of course, the overall objective and mission the president set out when he launched Operation Epic Fury. Unfortunately, even as President Trump...
I do want... look, I don't know how easy or... I mean, obviously, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult. But I really do want to see the Iranian military and government toppled. Hey, E.T., it's good to see you, my brony brother. Make sure you guys double tap the screen to like the stream. One more time, double tap the screen to like the stream. What's up? We got E.T. in the house. We got Larson Christopher saying we are dealing with price market ripples and not a shortage situation. Exactly. There is no shortage of oil. I mean, sure, don't get me wrong, 20% of the oil from the world, what was it? 20% of the world's oil has to go out of the Strait of Hormuz. If that is blocked off, that does cause a problem. And yes, it will cause spikes in the price of oil. But it doesn't necessarily mean that there's like a worldwide oil shortage. In fact, if anything, this could make things more difficult for countries like China. But here's what the U.S. needs to do. This is my opinion. It's all an opinion. I don't know. It's very interesting. Iran is a big place. It's a big country, man. Absolutely 100%. I'm not bright. I don't know. I think I'm doing all right. Look, I think I'm the man. I think Donald Trump... Look, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. But look, if you guys love Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. We're tired of the leftist agenda overall. Now, look, I am a Trump fanboy. I'll admit it. Do I agree with him on everything? No. I don't blindly follow the man. I'm just Trump sexual, okay? There's no shame in being Trump sexual.
Trump is working hard every single day to protect the United States from foreign enemies. Democrats on Capitol Hill have failed to do the same here at home by keeping the Department of Homeland Security unfunded. Over the past 6 weeks...
Yeah, the lack of funding to the Department of Homeland Security has been a bit of a concern. They do need the funding, absolutely. 100%, dude, 100. They need their funding, brony. Trump is slime. Nah, dude, Trump's the man, dude. He's the great hope. No. He is the man, though.
Weeks, Democrats in Congress have pushed our air travel system to its breaking point and inflicted massive pain on Americans with their reckless political games. 500 TSA officers quit their jobs. Thousands more were calling out sick at record rates due to the lack of pay. This resulted in security wait times exceeding 3 hours at major airports across the country, creating nightmares for millions of Americans. Overall morale among TSA staff plummeted.
No, I definitely felt bad for the TSA workers, though. And look, Trump administration wanted something to get done. They're like, hey, Congress, let's get these people funded. We need the TSA funded so people can go on their flights. It's getting bad, man. Causing delays. 24/7. Nah, dude, it would be kind of stressful to be a TSA worker, man. I mean, here's the thing. If I was a TSA worker, and, I mean, you're working for the government, so I think it's always good to have a certain amount of funds backed up, you know, in the event something crazy happens. But, yeah. Flipping wild, man. Flipping wild. But I do want to thank you, my brony bros, for being so supportive of the show.
But it as well. All of this creating an unacceptable heightened security risk. Because of the Democrats' unwillingness to do their basic job of funding DHS, President Trump determined that these circumstances constituted an emergency, compromising American security. That's why last week he accordingly signed a presidential memorandum directing...
No, I'm not a Trump bot, dude. I'm Trump sexual. How am I a Trump bot? There's a difference between being a Trump bot and a Trump sexual. I'm Trump sexual. Why is everybody hating? Why you hating? No, everybody's saying I'm a Trump bot. I don't appreciate that. I mean, if you guys want to call me a Trump bot, I guess it is kind of funny. But you know what I mean.
The Secretary of Homeland Security to work with the Director of the Office of Management and Budget here at the White House to use those funds with a reasonable and logical nexus to TSA operations to provide TSA employees with the compensation and benefits that would have accrued to them but for the Democrat-led DHS shutdown. This bold and necessary action by President Trump will ensure our TSA workers receive their hard-earned paychecks. It should not have come to this point, but President Trump will always do what's right by the American people, and he found a way to do that, to get TSA paid, ensuring that...
Boom! So Trump's the man, as always. Trump found a way to get TSA agents paid, and the rest of Congress can suck it. So
these federal workers who perform critical public safety responsibilities can feed their families, pay their rent, and show up to work.
No, it's a good thing he found a loophole, man, because this was getting ridiculous.
Something the president was honored to do. But this moment should be an eye-opening one for the American people. Let's be clear about what is happening. Democrat members of Congress are more than happy to put your safety at risk because they oppose the president's administration and his administration's efforts to enforce our nation's immigration.
I agree with this completely. The left, my main problem with the left is they want to abolish ICE. Look, it's Immigration's Customs Enforcement. If you get rid of ICE, do you know what that means? That means you have no one enforcing illegal immigration. That means illegal immigrants will want to come over the border the moment that they hear there's no immigration checks, right? It's a big deal. Look, if you come over the border illegally, that's called an invasion. Seriously. If you're not trying to come through legal channels, like if you have like a passport or a green card, or some sort of something to show that you could be there for a certain amount of time, that's a different story. But if you're crossing the border illegally and you're not trying to become a citizen, I don't know, man. No, I'm a Trump fanboy. I'll admit it. Been Trump sexual for a long time. Yeah. But if you guys can, make sure you guys double tap the screen to like the stream. One more time, double tap the screen on your phone. Double tap that screen to like the stream. It does help the channel grow, but yeah, double tap the screen to like the stream. Double tap that screen to like the stream, yeah. Everybody knows I knew you would, Everybody knows I knew you could, huh? Everybody knows I want you now, Everybody knows that I'm sexy now. Double tap the screen to like the stream. Double tap the screen to like the stream. Double tap the screen to like the stream. That's all you gotta do to make me cream. Everybody wants to know my name. Everybody wants to know my shame. Everybody wants to double tap the screen to like the stream. To like the stream. If you double tap the screen to like the stream, I know I'm gonna be a happy man. No, I'm gonna be a happy man. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tap the subscribe button in the upper right hand corner too. It makes me cream. But yeah, if you guys can, though, double tap the screen to like the stream and tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. And if you guys want to, you could join the Small Wiener Gang. Why do you want to join the... Do you want to join... These are some of the people who subscribed. Who wants to join the small wiener gang?
Law. Democrats refuse to fund ICE because they want millions and millions of illegal aliens to pour into the country just like they were under the Biden administration. They want murderers
Small
and
wiener
rapists
gang.
and thugs to remain in your communities rather than be removed by ICE and Border Patrol agents. The Democrats created this mess. They are the reason for long lines at airports and tens of thousands of employees going without pay. Once again, President Trump is cleaning up their mess because he cares
Because Trump's the man. Trump wants to get shit done.
more about the American people than destructive, petty, partisan politics. With that, I will take your questions today. Here in our new media seat, we have Wid Lyman. Thank you.
Honestly, this makes the Democrats look like shit. Because Trump basically found a loophole that would allow him to fund the TSA agents. And you know what? It makes the Democrats in Congress look like total shit. It does. It makes the Democrats in Congress look like shit. I think you're all aware of it, man.
For being here, and why don't you kick us off?
Thank you. Happy Easter.
Thank you. You as
Two
well.
questions for you. Thank you. There are some concerns the administration is starting to change its position on deportations, border enforcement, possibly asylum policies. What would you say to Americans that are somewhat concerned that the shift has happened?
Sure. Well, while there has, of course, been a change in leadership at the Department of Homeland Security with former Senator, now Secretary Mullen, joining the president's cabinet, I can assure the American people there has not been a change in policy. It has always been the policy of this president and this administration to deport the worst of the worst illegal alien criminals from our communities. That's something I know Secretary Mullen remains wholeheartedly committed to doing. And it's something that is overwhelmingly popular with the American people. And it's something that is necessary to protect our homeland and to prevent deaths of Americans in our country. Just last week, Sheridan Gorman, a young woman in Chicago, was shot and killed on the street walking with her friends outside of her university by an illegal alien from Venezuela who had no right to be here in the first place.
Jeez, man. And this is the thing, man. I mean, you know, I guess the only person we could really thank right now, or at least try to thank, is, you know, our Lord and Savior, Joe Biden. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you, Mr. Biden. Jeez, Joe Biden sucks so bad.
And it's despicable that Democrats are currently defunding the department that's responsible for removing illegal aliens like that. And I would also add it's despicable that the lack of coverage of this young woman's case, of her life, and the way that it was tragically cut short. I saw a survey over the weekend that I'd like to bring to all of your attention. This is the media coverage of the case of Sheridan Gorman. You have ABC News has spent 1 minute and 19 seconds between 2 days when this case was first alerted. You have CBS 2 minutes and 1 second. You have NBC 23 seconds spent on the life of a young, beautiful American woman whose life was taken short by an illegal alien who should have never been here in the first.
Yeah, that is wild. It really is wild, the lack of media coverage on the left stream media, is what I like to call it, when it comes to illegal aliens killing people in America. Why is that? Oh, I know why. It's because it doesn't fit their narrative. They, you know, here's the thing about the mainstream media is they want to paint white people as like the villain, you know? But, you know, if a minority does an actual crime, it's not covered by them because it doesn't fit their narrative. Because remember, you guys, white people are evil. And those are the only ones who are evil. No other race can do harm, but white people are the devil. White man devil. Use the white man devil. That's what they want you to think, man. That's what they want you to think. And that's why honestly, that's why I think that we live in clown world. If we're going to be honest, I believe we live in clown world completely. 100% we live in clown world, man. You know it. I know it. The American motherfucking people know it.
First place, when we are in the middle of a battle on Capitol Hill with a major political party, the Democrat Party, who wants to defund the agency that is responsible for protecting.
Dude, Democrat Party can totally suck it, by the way. The Democrats are so fucking useless. They're the party of socialism. They're the party that created the KKK. Democrat Party is terrible. The party switch that they claim happened, it never happened, dude. There was never a fucking party switch that ever happened. But yeah, we've been living in clown world for a while, and it sucks, man. It's not fun. I don't like it. But yeah, dude, been living in clown world for a damn while. I agree.
Americans. I think her life was worth more than 23 seconds on cable television, and I think the people in this room have a responsibility to report on cases like this because it just exemplifies why the president believes so strongly.
Also, double tap the screen to like the stream if you guys love Trump as much as I do. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream if you guys are Trump fans. Let's go.
In deporting illegal aliens from our communities. And thank you for the question. Dasha, go ahead.
Caroline, I have two questions, one on Iran and one on DHS funding. On Iran, the president has said that the administration is talking to a new and more reasonable regime. How confident are you that they are legitimate and have enough grip on power? Marco Rubio said earlier that he's not sure and it's not clear whether they will be in power. So are you also talking to other factions? As a president is trying to make a deal, how do you ensure that you're making a deal with the people who can actually...
I will say that I think that Iran is fractured beyond repair. I don't even think any Iranians know who the real leader is at this point. I think that they're running... nobody knows who the real leader of the government is at this point, of the asshole Ayatollah. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. If you guys are tired of Iran as much as I am, please double tap the screen to like the stream. If you guys love Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Let's go.
Implemented.
Well, that's part of the ongoing process that's taking place and the ongoing negotiations. Of course, anything that they say to us privately will be tested, and we will ensure that they are being held accountable to their word. And if they are not, the president has laid out the military consequences that the Iranian regime will see if they don't hold true to the words that we are hearing privately behind the scenes. When the president says more reasonable, again, these folks are appearing more reasonable behind the scenes privately in these conversations than perhaps some of the previous leaders who are now no longer on planet Earth because they lied to the United States and they strung us along in negotiations, and that was unacceptable to the president, which is why many of the previous leaders were killed. So again, this is another historic opportunity for Iran to do the right thing, to rid themselves of their nuclear ambitions and to come to a deal with this president and the administration. Or again, they will see the grave consequences of the United States Armed Forces, which they are continuing to see every day throughout this operation.
On DHS, how long...
Yeah, I mean, I think they're screwed, man. I think they're screwed. I think they know it, too. Iran is screwed. The Iranian government's so screwed right now, man. They got no chance. No chance. They know it.
How long can the administration keep paying TSA without action from Congress? And not to be hyperbolic, but...
Exactly. Iran has been a threat for a long time. Without a doubt they have. Look, I don't trust Iran. I don't think anybody should, to be honest. I don't know why anybody would trust Iran, but I definitely don't. And I think what President Trump is doing is honestly fabulous. And look, there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me on this. That's totally fine. Don't mind a little bit of disagreement. But yeah, no. The United States is on the right path. I think a weak Iran is a good Iran. I've said it once, I'll say it again. A weak Iran is a good Iran. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, at the end of the day.
Given the Air Force were really the pain point that was pushing both sides to talk to each other. I mean, do you see a way for DHS to reopen? Is it possible that this keeps going through the midterms?
Well, we certainly hope so. I mean, of course, the president just can't keep silent.
It's hold on.
Francisca Camerlinga 5714 says, "It's insane how small and undefined your perspective is on this."
How is my perspective small? I'm looking at the big picture here. If my perspective is small, why am I seeing the big picture? I'm looking at this from a long-term perspective, not a short-term. all liberals can see is higher gas prices. And you know what I see? I see the fact that we totally destabilized Iran, which is a good thing. And I'll tell you why. When I say destabilized, I mean destabilize their entire government. And the reason that the destabilization of their entire government's important is this. When Iran is weak, they can't sponsor terror. They can't harm their own people for protesting the current regime. They were killing tens of thousands of their own citizens. The government was ordering it. All because people protested the current regime. So if you think that Iran doesn't deserve a leadership change, I mean, look, I love it. Hey, you guys did those No Kings protests. Trump took out a couple of kings. He took out the asshole Ayatollah. He took out the dictator in Venezuela. So, yeah, you guys wanted no kings. Trump is doing exactly what you guys wanted. He's getting rid of all the kings. So, yeah, the No Kings protest is a boomer fest, by the way. Anybody who thinks otherwise, you go for it. But the No Kings protests, in my opinion, are a complete boomer fest because the only people who show up to those things are fucking boomers. They're just boomers that show up.
Signing presidential memorandums and
also, if you guys can, double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream. Let's go, baby.
Proclamations every time Congress fails to do its job, and every time Democrats are holding our entire country hostage, picking and choosing which programs and agencies they want to fund just because they don't like this administration's policies. That's not how it's supposed to work. They voted 7 times against funding DHS over partisan and political reasons. And so, again, the president has stepped in to do the right thing at this moment in time, but the president is also encouraging Congress to come back to Washington to permanently fix this problem and to fund and reopen the Department of Homeland Security entirely.
Caroline.
Stephen.
Thank you, Caroline. 2 questions, one on TSA, one on Iran. On TSA, for ordinary Americans watching the briefing, how long until everything goes back to normal at airports after the president's action? And then on Iran, on the time frame, President Trump initially said about 4 weeks. Secretary of State Rubio on Friday reportedly said it might be another 2 to 4. Is 2 to 4 the current ballpark that the administration is thinking?
With respect to the timeline, again, the president, commander-in-chief, the Pentagon has always stated 4 to 6 weeks estimated timeline for Operation Epic Fury. We're on day
4 to 6 weeks. Okay, that was the timeline for Operation Epic Fury. I think are we on week 4? Oh, by the way, you guys remember I said that it's going to start winding down on the 31st? Tomorrow's the day to figure that out, man.
30 today. So again, you do the math on how much longer the Pentagon needs to fully achieve the objectives of Operation Epic Fury, which I will reiterate: destroy the Iranian Navy, destroy their ballistic missiles, dismantle their missile and drone production infrastructure, significantly weaken their proxies throughout the course of this operation, and then, of course, preventing Iran from ever obtaining a nuclear weapon. To your first question.
Amen, man. Amen. Double tap the screen to like the stream if you guys agree with Caroline Levitt on that one. But yeah, double tap the screen to like the stream, man.
Stephen, about TSA and airports. Nothing will be truly normal again until Democrats do the right thing to fund this agency fully. Again, the president has stepped in the meantime to do what's right to end this crisis that we've had.
Because Trump's the freaking man, dude. Since all the Democrats want to do is make Trump look bad and they want to punish everybody else as a result, Trump's the man and he kicks ass. That's what he's doing. No, I'm not a fan of the Democrats at this point. They just piss me off. I don't believe in democracy. I don't believe it works. I think a complete democracy is a failure. I think a partial democracy, like what we have, which is a constitutional representative republic, at the end of the day, is what we have, man. My pink brony bros.
Air travel and at airports across the country in the meantime. But again, Congress needs to come back. Democrats need to fund the Department of Homeland Security so we can formally and fully get these great employees paid long into the future.
No, 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 no. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say it, dude. Huh? No. Don't do it. Do not do it. God damn it. Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though, as well. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're at 9,275 subs. Once again, we're at 9,275 motherfucking subs, dude.
Jonathan.
Thanks a lot, Caroline. Two questions regarding the financial costs of the war. Back during the Persian Gulf War, 1990, 1991, Arab countries paid for the vast majority of the cost of the war. Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, the UAE. Who's paying for the cost of this war? Will those Arab countries step up to do just that?
Well, I think it's something the president would be quite interested in calling them to do. I won't get ahead of him on that, but certainly it's an idea that I know that he has and something that I think you'll hear more from him on.
And then secondly, the cost of diesel is averaging at $5.38 a gallon right now. What's
Diesel's at $5.38 a gallon? Damn.
the message from the Trump administration to truck drivers who are dealing with those high fuel costs right now?
Again, we understand, we hear you, we see you, we are fully tracking this short-term fluctuation in oil.
And it like she said, short-term fluctuation. Yeah, are people getting hit at the pump right now? Abso-fucking-lutely, but look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. We took out basically an entire military in Iran. That's the big picture. That is the big picture, brother. And that's what I'm seeing.
Oil and in diesel prices, and that's why the president and the administration have continually announced robust actions to provide stability in the global energy market. As you know, political risk insurance, one of those actions, allowing countries to purchase sanctioned oil just to increase the supply. In the meantime, we've worked to release 400 billion barrels of oil and refined products as well. We issued the 60-day Jones Act waiver. All of this has, with the goal of increasing supply to create
West Hump 1721 says, I remember when Trump was liked by everyone until he became president.
Yeah, exactly.
Stabilization in the market in the meantime, but the overall message, as we've repeatedly stated, is again, these are short-term actions and short-term price fluctuations for the long-term benefit of ending the threat that Iran poses to the United States of America, our troops and our allies in the region, and ensuring that.
Thank you, Archer. I appreciate it, my pink brony.
Archer Q2M says, I will not subscribe. I will only simp-scribe.
Thank you, Archer. I appreciate you being a pure simp-scriber. I love you, bro. You're sexy. I appreciate the simp-scriber, man.
This regime can no longer control the world's free flow of energy through the Strait of Hormuz, which is something the administration continues to tackle day by day as well.
Jennifer. Just two questions. Which Jennifer?
I'll go to both of them.
Go ahead.
So two questions. One on China and one on Iran. On China, ahead of the president's trip to Beijing, will there be a working level meeting with Secretary Bessent, Jameson Greer, et cetera, and when will that be?
I do expect cabinet officials to travel to China ahead of time. I don't have a readout on their schedules for you, but this is something we typically do with international travel, as you know. So I'll talk to the Treasury Department and the cabinet myself, and we'll get you that answer. But we do expect them to move ahead of time.
Okay, and thank you. And on Iran, if Iran is kind of cherry picking what tankers get to go through the Strait now and contemplating big tolls on those tankers, is that consistent, or how is that consistent really with the president's message about really wanting the Strait to be fully open? Does the administration support a regime or system where Iran is effectively charging tolls on these vessels to access?
That's not something we support, and I would reject that they are cherry picking. In fact, as you know, these tankers that are moving through, the 10 that were previously announced and now...
Hey, thank you guys for liking the stream, by the way. Thank you guys for tapping the like button. It really does help the channel grow. More likes we get, the better. But thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for being part of the program. But yeah, more subscribers, the better. We're at 9,276 subs. Once again, we're at 9,276 subs. We're trying to get to 9,300 before the end of the night. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. I appreciate you guys. Let's go.
The new 20, the announcement of 20 additional tankers, which we expect to see over the coming days, are a result of the direct and indirect talks that are taking place between the United States and Iran. So you wouldn't have seen those tankers if not for the president's diplomacy and his team engaging on this matter, which we expect that compliance moving forward. And it's, again, something that we're working on very closely. Sure. And behind me.
No, I mean, I like that they're at least communicating, it looks like. I don't know. It seems like there's communication between Iran and America. I hope. I don't trust Iran at all. I don't trust anybody in Iran as far as the government's concerned. It's going to be a little bit of a tough road. We'll see what happens.
In the back right there, you put up your hand very excitingly. Go ahead.
Hannah from News Nation.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking my question. I have two for you real quick. There are reports that Republicans are weighing cuts to health care in order to make way for that $200 billion for the Pentagon and Operation Epic Fury. Is that a trade-off that President Trump supports?
I've seen these reports. I haven't spoken to the president about it, nor have I heard this being discussed in any high-level meetings here at the White House. I don't want to weigh in definitively because I just haven't heard that being discussed here in the West Wing.
And then secondly, I know President Trump says we're ahead of schedule in achieving his military objectives in Iran. He laid out that 4 to 6 week timetable for this conflict, and we're now within week 5. So how do you square?
I mean, I think it's going to end. I think it's really going to start winding down tomorrow. I did predict the 31st, so I'm probably going to be wrong on the exact date. But I still think that tomorrow is going to be the day that it's announced that the war is winding down. Maybe they'll come to an agreement tomorrow. We shall see. We shall see.
Kind of those two.
Well, 4 to 6 weeks estimated timeline.
I did make the projections, though.
Again, you just said we're on day 30 of the operation. I just provided you with some of the updates from the Pentagon directly and achieving the objectives, and the military has been enormously...
Yeah, and if you have a time frame, you try to adhere to the time frame. So, I mean, Trump doesn't want a forever war. The 4 to 6 week time frame makes perfect fucking sense. And look, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Let's go.
Successful. I think we should all be very proud of our armed forces for what they have done over the past 30 days. The mission will continue until the objectives are achieved, and that 4 to 6 week timeline does remain right now. I don't have any updates for you on that.
Caroline. Yeah, like others, one on TSA, one on Iran. On Iran, I know it's tough to engage in hypotheticals, but I feel like this is one that you could engage in if the president does seek.
Probably not.
If the president does seek, or the United States seeks a ground war, does he intend to get congressional authorization of that march?
Look, the president has been asked about boots on the ground or alleged ground operations various times. He's obviously declined to rule them out. It's the Pentagon's job to provide maximum optionality to the president. It does not mean he's made a decision, nor would he ever notify the media of such decision as not to tip off our enemy. With respect to abiding by Congress and the rule of law, that's something the administration will, of course, always do, and it's something that we have great respect for Congress. The president does with military operations. In fact, prior to the launch of Operation Epic Fury, as you know, the administration gave a courtesy notice to Congress in the Gang of Eight, and top-level administration officials and cabinet secretaries.
Cool. I mean, like, yeah, Trump gave him a heads up, and he said, yeah, look, I'm going to do this shit. Fuck you guys. And good for him. Dude, I love the fact that Trump is basically like, hey, I'm going to do whatever I want. We're going to do Project Epic Fury, yo. We're going to do it, yo, yo, yo.
Have gone to Congress multiple times over the past 30 days to provide those courtesy briefings to Congress when requested.
TSA quickly, I've been asked by multiple Trump supporters that have said...
Oh, if you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. I really do appreciate all this. And it does look like earlier that Nate Dogg sent a happy poop yum yum. And I forgot to fully acknowledge it, but happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum.
Given the fact that the president on that Friday gave that memorandum informing DHS to pay TSA workers, I know there's a lot of negotiations involved in a shutdown of this size. Why did the president not sooner issue that payment to TSA workers?
Well, it's because of the Democrats voting 7 times against reopening the Department of Homeland.
Yes, exactly. 7 times the Democrats voted against this. Let that be said on the fucking record. The Democrats held this back. We all know it, dude. We all know it. The Dems held it back, bro. If you guys are tired, if you guys have Democrat fatigue like I do, please tap the subscribe button. If you guys are really, really, really tired of the Democrat Party as a whole, please subscribe to the channel. We're so pissed. On this channel, we're pissed. We're pissed at this. We're pissed at the Democrat Party. We're trying to basically say, hey, Democrat Party, we're not going to be bullied by you anymore. We're going to say what we want. We're going to think what we want. And, yeah, if you guys love the fact that we're a freedom of speech channel, ultimately, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah. I'm just pissed. But, yeah, no, I really do hope you guys subscribe to the channel, though. We're a smaller channel. We're trying to get to 9,300 subs by the end of the night. Look, we love Donald Trump on this channel. We think he's the greatest president of all time. And, yeah, I'm going to continue to think that unless I'm proven otherwise. You know what I mean? Yeah, if anybody wants to call me brain dead for being MAGA, don't care. I'm not really full-on MAGA, but, you know. I just love Donald Trump, man. I think he's the man.
And security, that we came to a place of an existential crisis. I mean, you saw the lines at various major airports across the country. American travelers really paying the price for Democrats' partisan.
Whoa, 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 Frog Eat Frog. What are you saying?
Frog Eat Frog says, pissed at the Dems and pissed in the sink. Annie01200 says, Trump is awesome.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys double tap the screen to like the stream one more time. Double tap the screen to like the stream. We're almost to 9. By the way, if you guys subscribe as well, we're at 9,278 subscribers. We're at 9,278 subs. I can't believe it, man. We're only 22 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. We're almost there. We are so close to being there. I feel it. And I see you. What is it? And I need you, and I want you, crawling underneath my skin like the hunger, like the burning, to find the place I've never been. Okay, hold on. So Ty Lord says Garza doesn't like my breaking news. Okay, what is it? Let me take a look.
Randomgian at 9296 says, breaking news, Garza has a piss bottle collection.
Okay. I see what Ty Lord's doing here. I see the games that Ty Lord is playing. Yeah, you know, I'm going to deny it. It's most likely true, but I'm going to deny these 50 allegations. What the hell? There's a lot did in this city. There's a lot did with this dong.
Games. And so the president worked with his legal team here at the White House and the Office of Management and Budget to find a solution to take care of the emergency that we were seeing in air travel across the country. And it's because of the president that TSA agents are being paid. But again, he's calling on Congress to do the right thing, to come back to Washington and to fund and reopen the Department of Homeland Security fully. Sure.
Hi, Lindsay Ellis from the Wall Street Journal. I'm trying to square the 4 objectives laid out by the administration with the goal of reopening fully the Strait of Hormuz. Would President Trump declare victory and wind down military operations if the 4 objectives are met, but still passage remains quite slow through the strait?
Look, as I've said repeatedly and as the president has laid out, the objectives of Operation Epic Fury are as follows: destroying the Iranian Navy, destroying their ballistic missiles, dismantling their defense industrial infrastructure that produces those weapons that have long threatened the United States and our allies, and then, of course, preventing Iran from ever obtaining a nuclear weapon. The full reopening of the strait is something the administration is working towards, but the core of...
Yeah, we need the Strait of Hormuz completely fucking open. Gotta get it open, man. I need the strait to be straight. I need the strait to be straight. I have needs, I have desires, and they require that the strait be straight, okay? That's all I'm asking, that's all I want. 'Cause I need you, and I want you. Crawling underneath my skin like the hunger, like the burning, to find the place I've never been.
Objectives of the operation have been clearly defined for the American people by the Commander-in-Chief. Garrett.
The President posted this morning about, his threat that on leaving Iran, he said we might be blowing up and completely obliterating all of their electric generating plants, oil wells, Harg Island, and possibly all desalinization plants. Under international law, striking civilian infrastructure like that is generally prohibited. Why is the president threatening what would amount to potentially a war crime with the U.S. military? And how do you square that with the administration repeating?
Whoa. How's it a war crime with the military, bro? I want to know. What do you mean? How the hell is it a war crime with the U.S. military? What are you talking about? Hey, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We just got a new subscriber. We're now at 9,279 subs. Once again, 9,279. We're only 21 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So I do want to say thank you guys. We're trying to get to that 9,300 tonight. And then once we get to 9,300, we're only 700 away from hitting our main goal of 10,000. We're basically 700 subs away from 10,000, man. That is getting even crazier to believe. Like, that is getting even wilder to believe. So the more subscribers we get, the better. So yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right there in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. I'm gonna keep encouraging you guys to hit that subscribe button, man. I'm gonna encourage everybody hit it. Everybody hit that subscribe button. Yeah. Dude, we're getting so many subscribers. I could feel it. I could taste it. I could feel it in my soul. Asking you shall receive. I'm asking you guys, please subscribe to the channel. I'm asking kindly. 9,279 subscribers. Aye. Let's keep going.
Repeatedly saying that the U.S. does not target civilians.
Look, the president has made it quite clear to the Iranian regime at this moment in time, as evidenced by the statement that you just read.
Whoa. Frugal Gardener says unsubscribe. Why would you do that, Brony?
Frugal Gardener 7921 says unsubscribe.
Why would you unsubscribe from the channel, dude? Don't you love me anymore? Why would you unsubscribe? Please subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you for encouraging people to like and subscribe.
Bubba
if you guys can, please encourage people to like and subscribe in the chat. If you guys can, in the chat, I need everybody right now in the chat to encourage people to like and subscribe. So try, everybody in the chat, please encourage everybody else to like the stream and subscribe. We need more subscribers. We need more likes. We need it all, dude. We're desperate. Well, we just want to be loved by the chat. So if you guys can, let's encourage everybody to like and subscribe in the chat. Let's go. I'm going to say like and subscribe, and then I hope everybody else follows suit. Like and subscribe. So I do hope you guys end up liking and subscribing, though it really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe, man.
That their best move is to make a deal, or else the United States Armed Forces has
Trisha 9559 says, "Don't subscribe to this fascist."
Nah. No.
Trisha 9559 says, "He's desperate, so let's all unsubscribe." Cottonmouth 1 says,
"Come on, man, come on.
Please like and subscribe." Randomgian at 9296 says, "Garza needs more bottles, so subscribe so he can continue his collection."
Yep, I agree. I agree with that. So we're at 9,281 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,281 subs. We're only 19 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So I want to hit 9,300 tonight. I think we could do it. I need you guys. I need you. And I want you.
Beyond their wildest imagination, and the president is not afraid to use them.
Realist 2026 says,
and you're
"Like
saying
and
the word
subscribe
potential
everyone.
for a reason,
There, hope
because
that
I'm
helps.
sure
LOL."
some experts are telling you that in your ear to try to ask me that question. Of course, this administration and the United States Armed Forces will always act within the confines of the law. But with respect to achieving the full objectives of Operation Epic Fury, President Trump is going to move forward unabated, and he expects the Iranian regime to make a deal with the administration.
To that end, which of those objectives would
I want him to make a deal, man. I need a deal. I need a damn deal.
destroying a
Haley, go
desalination
ahead.
plant most help?
Haley, go ahead.
Thanks, Caroline. I want to follow up on Iran. When you're describing that the Iranians you're in contact with are being more reasonable this time around in discussions, what specifically are you hearing that is leading you to that conclusion, and how are you defining what's reasonable versus unreasonable in that regard?
I'm not going to detail the private and sensitive conversations that are taking place between the United States and Iran right now.
But generally speaking.
Generally speaking, the president gave you the answer. What we're hearing from them is more reasonable. They have agreed to some of the points the United States laid out, as the president said last night aboard Air Force One. But again, as for the specifics, as these negotiations are ongoing, we're not going to broadcast them to the world unless the president chooses to do so, which he...
And there's no need to broadcast all these to the world. Why would anybody try to? I mean, like, look, you got to keep those military plans to yourself. You know, so I think what Trump is doing is actually fabulous, and I know people are going to be like, "Oh, you're terrible," blah blah blah. I don't care what you think. I really don't, man. I don't care, dude. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Brony Club.
He has the full right to do as the leader of the free world.
On Cuba, the president threatened to tariff any country that would send oil to Cuba, but now the U.S. is letting this Russian tanker to Cuba. Is this a policy change, or is he willing to let more tankers into Cuba now?
This is not a policy change. There has not been a formal change in sanction policy. As the president said last night, we allowed this ship to reach Cuba in order to provide humanitarian needs to the Cuban people. These decisions are being made on a case-by-case basis. And as the administration has said, Cuba's non-functional economy cannot be fixed unless they undergo dramatic political and leadership change. But there has been no formal change with respect to sanction policy.
So you could expect more tankers to go to Cuba?
Yeah, these decisions are being made on a case-by-case basis right now.
Yeah, I mean, not everything has a staunch rule attached to it. I mean, there are rules and guidelines, but sometimes in those situations, you have to make kind of a judgment call. So I agree with what she's saying. It's on a case-by-case basis. Let's keep going.
You addressed this a little bit in the opening, but just to follow up, because Americans are sort of seeing these conflicting messages between the United States and Iran. I know the president insists that negotiations are underway. As you just mentioned, he's also said that Iran has agreed to most of the 15 points. We just heard from Iran again. They're saying no negotiations are taking place. They're calling the proposal excessive, unrealistic. So how do you square that? How do you explain that discrepancy between the two?
I think the American people are smart enough not to take the word of a terrorist regime that has chanted death to America for 47 years at their word. And I hope the journalists in this room are wise enough not to take...
And here's the thing, man. The leadership is so fractured right now in Iran. It's insane how fractured the leadership actually is. And this is something that people got to keep in mind, that nobody really knows what the fuck is going on in Iran half the time. So it's a real communication blackout, obviously, and I don't know. Crazy.
An Iranian regime that has repeatedly lied about our country, about our values, about everyone in this room, frankly, for nearly 5 decades. So I think the American public are smart enough to understand that.
And just to follow up on the objectives, you've laid them out, but I know the president has set
Yeah, screw the Iranian regime is all I got to say.
a deadline for April 6th in just 1 week. What does the president need to see to not move forward with those strikes by April 6th?
Well, I think he said it in his Truth Social post this morning. He wants to see a deal over the next 10 days. That timeline is waning, several days left, and we'll see. I won't get ahead of it. We'll see what happens in the end of the 10-day period.
Caroline, thank you. One on Iran, one on the shutdown. The president continues to say the U.S. is in conversations with a more reasonable regime, but there are now hundreds of U.S. Special Operations Forces, including Navy SEALs and Army Rangers in the Middle East, as well as thousands of other troops already deployed. So is he trying to end or intensify the conflict?
The president is focused on achieving the objectives of Operation Epic Fury. With respect to forces that are on the ground in the Middle East, it's the job of the Pentagon to create maximum optionality for the commander-in-chief. It does not mean the president has made any additional decisions. Again, he remains focused on ensuring that the Pentagon continues to achieve the objectives of the operation that was launched 30 days ago, and we're well on our way to doing that.
So if an American sit at home hearing him say, I want to talk, but I keep seeing them send troops to that region, what are they to make of what's going on?
There's 2 tracks here. The president has always said that diplomacy is his #1 option and priority. Again, he tried earnestly, in good faith, to engage in diplomacy with the Iranian regime prior to this operation being launched in the first place. He wanted to strike a deal, and he sent his top negotiators to do so. They spent extensive amount of time and effort trying to strike a deal, and unfortunately, the previous regime.
Annie says Garza and
Annie 01200 says, Garza and my brony brothers, I'm out. Have a good night. Great live. See ya next time.
Hey, see you next time, Annie. It's good to see you on the chat. We love you. Annie rock. Tylord says good night to Annie as well. Have a good night, Annie. All right, let's keep watching this shit. Let's keep watching this shit.
Again, many of those leaders no longer with us here on Earth because they faced the consequences of the United States military. So if there's ever a chance for a deal, again, the president is open to listening, but it does not deter him from focusing on the military objectives that he set out 30 days ago and that our military is continuing to achieve day by day.
And by the way, I still think the war is going to really start winding down on the 31st. This war is not meant to be forever. It's not meant to be a forever war. I know that a lot of people are saying, oh, it's meant to be a forever war, blah, blah, blah. La-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-da. I don't know, dude. Yeah, Trump is the man, dude. Sure, is Trump getting a little bit rich here and there from some of this shit? Probably, I don't know. Allegedly. I don't believe he is, personally. In fact, I think his reputation took a huge hit when he became president. But then again, there's a lot of us out there who really do like Trump quite a bit, and we think he's the man. So to all the leftists in the chat, shove it. Shove it, all you leftist lunatics in the chat. Hell yeah. But no, if you guys can, though, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream. And we're at 9,282 subscribers. Once again, 9,282 subscribers currently. If you guys can, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're doing the best we can to see if we can get to 9,300 subscribers before the end of the night. Like I said, 9,282. I won't argue with those numbers. That's beautiful. So once again, thanks to each and every one of you guys for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. Let's keep watching.
On the shutdown, he signed the national emergency order last Thursday, making sure TSA officers will be paid. There's still other civilian DHS employees, however, who are not being paid.
Yes.
He signed something similar.
Froggy Frog is asking, how do you feel about military complex under ballroom? Makes me happier about the ballroom personally. Yeah, I like the ballroom and a military complex under the ballroom. That sounds kind of tight. That sounds kind of pimp, honestly. We're at 9,282 subs. Once again, we're at 9,282 subscribers. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate you guys.
Similar to ensure they also get paid?
Look, the president will always look into ways that we can make sure that the American people are being taken care of and doing what's right by the American people. But again, it's ridiculous that the president even has to go to the length of working with the legal team and the Office of Management and Budget to identify these funds. It is the job of Congress to fund these agencies. And Democrats in Congress have voted 7 times against funding the Department of Homeland Security. Congress should come back and they should get it done. The president again made the decision to prevent this existential crisis we were seeing at our nation's airports across the country that was only going to get worse, and that's why he wants Congress to do his job.
Caroline, keep that in mind. Since you mentioned,
I'll go to you as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We all want Congress to do their job. We all want Congress to do their fucking job. You know, I can understand if Congress disagrees on certain bills being passed that seem really wrong. Small Wiener Gang. Hey, thank you, somebody. I want to finish my thought real quick. I can understand if Congress is pissed off about certain bills that they feel are wrong, but when it comes to funding TSA agents, when it comes to funding, honestly, the government in general, I don't believe the federal government should be running much. But look, if there's TSA agents that need to be paid, get off your ass and just vote in the shit. Get the shit done, dude. Donald Trump had to do some shit to make this happen. So Donald Trump is the hero of this story. At the end of the day, Donald Trump is the real hero of the story. But yeah, I think the Strait of Hormuz is going to be opened up a lot sooner than people anticipate. Obviously, you got a lot of crazy leftist lunatics out there who are just being annoying about all this, and it's just like, whatever. The left, I mean, what can you do? The leftist lunatics, brother. But I do want to thank everybody for voting in the poll, by the way. We got 158 votes. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, though. It does help the channel grow. Let's see what else we got. But yeah, we're at 9,283 subscribers currently, man. But I hope the Strait of Hormuz is opened up very shortly. And yeah, that's just kind of the goal.
As you mentioned Easter and prayers, I wanted to ask you about something the Pope said yesterday. So Pope Leo said yesterday, and I quote him, "God does not listen to the prayer of those who wage war." Can you comment on that?
I don't think Trump is waging war on this. I think the problem is Iran has been waging war in the Middle East for years. And if anything, Iran has been doing terrible things in the Middle East. Has been one of the core reasons that the Middle East has been destabilized, one of the core reasons that terrorism is allowed to flourish in those regions. So yeah, what Trump did, he didn't wage a war. If anything, I think he is stopping a war. I think when you weaken Iran and when you take out their stupid leadership, yeah, Trump did the right thing, whether you guys like to admit it or not. I don't care if it's popular for me to say that, but Trump did the right thing. The Iranian government has been the #1 state sponsor of terrorism for a very long time. And if you guys don't see why taking out the Iranian regime is a good thing. We got this freaking loser. We got a lot of leftists in the chat, don't we? Dude, Trump made the right move. I'm sorry that I'm sorry you guys can't see that. Donald Trump made the right move. All right, Trump made the right move. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. To all the leftists in the chat, I mean, I'll hear you out. I will actually hear you out in the chat, but I think you're wrong. We're at 9,284 subscribers. Holy crap, we're at 9,284 subs. I can't believe it, man. We're only 16 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button. We're making history with every subscriber. We're so freaking close to getting 10,000 subs. I can't believe it. We've been doing the best we can to get more subscribers every day, and it's a tough battle. It's tough, man. The fact that we're at 10,000 is like still kind of blowing my mind, I guess, a little bit. It's but yeah, 9,284 subs, everybody. Once again, 9,284. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. Tap that subscribe button in the upper right hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. And let's get back to the show, man. Let's react to Caroline Leavitt, and we'll see what she's talking about.
I think our nation was a nation founded 250 years ago almost on Judeo-Christian values, and we've seen presidents, we've seen the leaders of the Department of War, and we've seen our troops go to prayer during the most turbulent times in our nation's history. And I don't think there's anything wrong with our military leaders or with the president calling on the American people to pray for our service members and those who are serving our country overseas. In fact, I think it's a very noble thing to do. And if you talk to many service members, they will tell you they appreciate the prayers and support from the Commander-in-Chief and from his cabinet.
Caroline, thank you. President Trump told the New York Post that a response is coming shortly to Tehran attacking Israel's largest oil refinery. Is there a timeline on that? Is that tied to the success or not of the negotiations?
I don't have any updates for you on the president's comments.
Look, at the end of the day, Trump's going to be successful on this, you guys. Donald Trump will be successful. Mark my words, bros. My man's going to be successful. Don't care what you guys think. Don't care what the left there's a lot of leftists in the chat. You guys go ahead, be leftists. I get it. But if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We don't block anybody on this channel. It's just something we don't typically do. We're not big fans of censorship on this channel. In fact, I've really based a lot of this channel's chat rules on the freedom of speech. I believe everybody has the right to say whatever the hell they want. Even if some of the things they say in the chat are highly uncomfortable, I don't really give a shit. There's a lot of people in the chat I don't agree with, but I don't want to block them because why would I block them? I mean, that makes zero sense to me. Why would I block people in the chat? So even though Hero is a total chud, I'm not going to block him. So I think he's a piece of garbage. Hero, or whatever the hell his name is. He's wearing like a beanie or a backwards cap in his profile picture, it looks like. What a chud. Let's keep going. Hey, we're at 9,285 subscribers, everybody. 9,285 subs. We're only 15 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. And let's go, dude. Let's get it on, man.
Consider the IRGC in control of Iran.
Well, look, as Secretary Rubio said today, the leadership is very fragmented. We have really neutered their intercommunication systems, and that's part of this process of diplomacy to continue figuring out exactly who's in charge. I know they appointed a new...
Hey, they don't... It's pure anarchy, it sounds like. It sounds like pure anarchy to me. What do you guys say? Do you guys think it's anarchy that's happening right now? In Iran? I think so. $9,285 subs.
Ayatollah, haven't seen or heard much from him.
Asshola Ayatollah.
And so that's part of this diplomatic process that's underway right now. I'll take a few more. Solon.
Thank you. You listed the described humanitarian reasons for allowing that oil tanker to reach Cuba. Just to clarify, why was the administration okay with Russia sending that oil to Cuba and not other nations?
Look, again, this was a decision. It'll continue to be made on a case-by-case basis for humanitarian reasons or otherwise, but there's been no firm change in our sanctions policy.
President Sheinbaum of Mexico also said that Mexico is exploring different ways.
Hold on, I gotta see what some of the comments are saying.
Donald TR says, Guero is looking for attention because he gets none at the shelter.
Well...
to restart some of those shipments to Cuba. Is the administration okay with that at this time?
Again, there's been no change in our sanction policy. We still reserve the right to seize vessels if it's legally applicable that are headed towards Cuba and that violate the United States sanction policy. But of course, the president and the administration also reserve the right to waive those seizures on a case-by-case basis.
And to clarify, just any more Russian oil tankers going to be allowed to reach Cuba at this time?
Again,
I know you say case-by-case, but for the case of Russia, is it pretty much green light right now?
No, that's not what I said. It's a case-by-case basis. Sure, Jeff, go ahead.
Switching topics, the president has always attended CPAC. He did not this year. Why did he not attend, and does he believe CPAC is becoming less relevant?
No, I don't think he believes that at all. In fact, he loves CPAC and has a very good relationship with the great people who run it, Mercedes and Matt Schlapp. It was just simply for scheduling purposes this year, with it being in Texas. It was best for the president's schedule and what he has on his plate right now not to go.
Yeah, dude. Trump is the GOAT.
Michael.
Thank you, Caroline. If and when
Michael.
Oh, is she asking me? She asking me a question? She said Michael. But she didn't say Garza, though. She's got to say Michael Garza if she's trying to acknowledge me on Small Wiener Gang. I want to give a shout out to all the people who have, not everybody, but some of the people who have subscribed over the last, I would say, 6 days. I want to give a shout out to some of the people who have subscribed over the last 6 days. I appreciate you all, 'cause I need you and I want you crawling underneath my skin. Like the hunger. Small Wiener Gang. Like the burning. To find the place I've never been. Now I'm broken. And I'm fading. I'm half Small the man Wiener Gang. I thought I would be. You can have what's left of me. Small Wiener Gang. Take what's left of this man. Make me whole once again. Small Wiener Gang. 'Cause I need you and I want you crawling underneath my skin. Like the hunger, like the burning. Small Wiener Gang. The place I've never been. Now I'm broken and I'm fading. I'm half the man I thought I would be. Small Wiener Gang. You can have all that's left of my small wiener. What's left of me? Small Wiener Gang. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. These are some of the people who have subscribed over the last 6 days. I appreciate you guys subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Gang. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. So more subscribers, the better. Let's keep going, man. Small Wiener Gang.
The deal is finalized with Iran. How does the U.S. provide protection to who it's negotiating with?
Take what's left of this man. Make me whole once again. 'Cause I need you and I want you crawling underneath my skin. Like the burning. How's it go? Hold on. 9,285 subs, you guys. We're only 15 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. We are only 15 subs away from hitting 9,300. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel.
To ensure that they can carry out the president's peace plan.
Again, that's something I'm sure our national security team is discussing. I don't have anything for you on that today.
On the ballroom, can you tell us more about this massive military complex underneath the president's new ballroom?
Dude, it's the missile complex or military complex that my boy Frog was talking about. I'm pretty excited about that potentiality.
Laugh out loud. We know what you did in that sink we sent you, Garza.
I love you, Froggy Frog. I just wanted to shout you out. Michael Donaldson, what up, dude?
Michael Donaldson 2387 says, call them what they are, simp-scribers.
Simp-scribers, yeah, dude. Hey, if you guys can, make sure you guys tap the simp-scribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It's not enough just to be a subscriber. I want you to be a simp-scriber as well. I love it when everybody's a simp-scriber, man. It makes me happy. But yeah, tap the subscribe button, man. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. Let's roll.
Cannot tell you more about that, actually, as a matter of fact. However, the military is making some upgrades to their facilities here at the...
Oh, shit. What's Trisha saying?
Trisha 9559 says, let's not do that, let's unsubscribe. Michael Donaldson 2387 says, you have to smash the like as well.
Yeah, dude.
Jeff Hoops 78 says, Donald Trump is the best president we've ever had.
I agree. Wholeheartedly, man. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hey, look, if you guys love Trump as much as I do, if you guys think that Trump is the man, if you guys think that Trump is the greatest president we've ever had in this lifetime, honestly, I do hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Like, I really mean that, because I honestly think Donald Trump is one of the greatest presidents we've ever had. I think he's the GOAT, bro. I think he's the GOAT. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. It really does help. I don't know. Let's keep going, man.
The White House, and I'm not privy to provide any more details on that this time. Go ahead. Reagan.
Thanks, Caroline. Question on the Middle East and then a question on Antifa. Netanyahu said Sunday that Cardinal Pizzaballa will be able to hold services for Palm Sunday in the Church of Holy Sepulchre after he was initially blocked by Israeli police. Did anyone from the administration or the president call over to Israeli officials to assist the Cardinal in this?
Yes, I did speak with Secretary Rubio this morning, and we did express our concerns with Israel with respect to these holy sites being shut down.
Well, and I think a lot of weren't the holy sites shut down in Israel because they were like blown up or something? Like, I'm not a fan of Israel. Israel kind of pisses me off at the end of the day. Look, Trump's the man. But, you know, Trump's the GOAT, dude. Trump is the GOAT. I mean that, man. I think Trump is the greatest president of all time. I know there's a lot of people in here who are pissed off about it. I know there's a lot of leftists. There's a lot of leftists in the chat who are getting real riled up, real pissed off at me for loving Trump. Look, I love Trump. I'm sorry. I think he's a great president. I see nothing wrong with saying that look at the war in Iran is one of the, honestly, this is going to prove to be one of the smartest moves that Trump has ever made. I know it doesn't seem like it now because none of you guys have ever, not saying none, but a lot of the people who are criticizing Trump have never accomplished anything in their life. Yeah, they maybe have, okay, they've probably accomplished something in their life. But what I'm trying to say is it's very easy to trivialize somebody who's successful because you're a jealous person of their success. People are jealous that Trump's a successful person. People are envious and jealous of success. It happens all the time. And I'm sorry that you're pissed off that Trump is just more successful than you. It doesn't mean he's a better person than you. It just means he's doing better in life. And it's okay to admit that somebody is excelling far greater than you are. I look up to Donald Trump, man. I actually see him as a role model. And people may say that he's such a terrible person, blah, blah, blah. No, he's not. I don't believe that for a second. I don't. And to all you creeps who keep saying he's a bad person, blah, blah, blah. No, you guys are creeps. You guys are total creeps. No, but Trump is the GOAT. He is one of the greatest presidents we've ever had. And you know, we're lucky to have him as a president, to be honest. Trust me, I would rather have Donald Trump than any of the hacks out there. I really prefer Donald Trump at this point. How the hell is Trump a bully? Clive Harper, just tell me, how the hell is Trump a bully? Tell me. Is it because he's successful? Does that make him a bully because he's successful? I'm sorry, being a successful person does not default you to being a bully. By default, it doesn't just make you a bully. That's the stupidest logic I've ever heard. That's what I'm assuming your logic is. You know what I mean? Because you say he's a bully, but how? No, but he's the greatest, man. And one of the reasons I love Donald Trump is he's an outsider. I love outsiders. Like, I'm highly attracted to the stories of the outsiders. Trump is absolutely an outsider. And the fact that the mainstream media hates him so much makes me love him even more. The more the mainstream media hates on Trump, the more followers he's actually going to get. You want to know why? Because we hate the mainstream media. A lot of people really hate the mainstream media. The mainstream media is not that popular. And, you know, for instance, CNN's not doing too well. Yeah, no, first off, before he even became the president, he was an outsider straight up, dude. You kidding me? Trump is absolutely an outsider. If you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. More subscribers we get, the better. But don't forget, like I said, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help us out quite a bit. And, yeah, and if you guys can, send us a super chat, send us a gift. Gifts and super chats are super welcome on this show. We really appreciate them. And let's keep going, man. 9,286 subscribers we're at currently. Once again, we are currently at 9,286 subs, so don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. By the way, it helps out more than you could ever imagine, and I just appreciate each and every one of you guys for making this happen.
We want worshipers to be able to access these holy sites. Of course, safety is a top priority, but we understand Israel is working on those security measures to reopen the sites throughout Holy Week, and that's something that we're appreciative of.
Antifa. In Texas, 9 people have been convicted by a federal jury on domestic terrorist charges connected to Antifa. The White House has previously indicated that you guys are investigating Antifa, who's funding them, who's leading them. Can you provide an update on how that investigation is going, and do you think we're going to see more charges against people connected to Antifa?
Well, I do know that there was an entire task force that was set up, an interagency task force to focus on the threat of Antifa, which, as you know, Reagan, this president declared a domestic terror.
Michael Donaldson 2387 says, reciprocal tariffs are not a bad thing.
No, they're not. And that's the thing about reciprocal tariffs. Honestly, look, if a country is tariffing you at a high rate, I think it's fine to match those rates as well. You know what I mean? Why not match the rate? It's fair is fair on that one. I mean, match the rate. Why not? We're at 9,286 subs, though, everybody. 9,286 subscribers. Let's go. I'm simp. Scribing today. 'Cause I'm a simp. And I'm a pimp. And I'm a simp and a pimp. And I'm a pimp on a blimp. And I'm a simp. Well, I'm a pimp. And I'm a simp on a blimp. And I'm a pimp on a blimp. And I'm a simp. And I'm a blimp. I don't even know what you're wanting to do. Just make sure that you hit the subscribe button while I'm taking a poo. Please subscribe to the channel, yo. Please subscribe to the channel, you a hoe. Please subscribe to the channel, yo. We are at 9,286 subscribers. We're only 14 subscribers away. I can't believe it, man. We're only 14 subscribers away from hitting 9,300, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help. Let's keep it going, man.
Terrorist organization, rightfully.
You guys are incredible, though. Thank you guys so much for being so sexy and so generous. I appreciate you all, man. Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And we will continue to look into it. I don't have any updates on those specific investigations, but I'd be happy to have my team get those over to you today, as this continues to be of the utmost importance to the president and his domestic policy agenda.
Caroline, JJ. On one question on landmines, there's been some reporting that American-made landmines have been spotted on the ground in Iran. Did President Trump sign off on using U.S.-made landmines in Iran?
I don't have any comment on that report today.
Caroline, whether they're being used at all?
I don't have any comment on that.
Karen.
To on DHS, you said that the president is encouraging Congress to come back to D.C. You also
Yes.
said yourself. How has he done that? Has he told leadership that they should cancel recess and come back?
He said it repeatedly. I think you recall. He said that he'll host a big Easter dinner here at the White House if Congress will come back and fight the Democrats on this issue, which we should do, because again, the Democrat Party is in the wrong here. They have voted 7 times against funding the Department of Homeland Security, which is completely egregious with everything we have going on in the world. And these brave men and women who serve DHS deserve to get their paychecks. The president wants to see that happen, and he wants Congress to come back to get it done.
On the paychecks,
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
That's wild, man. That is wild. Let's see here. Well. Let's see. What should we react to, you guys? I'm oh man. Uero. Horrero. You are so sexy. Okay. What the fuck? Just when you... Okay.
Coming up on tomorrow's...
Just when you thought tomorrow's teachings couldn't get any worse, just when you thought tomorrow's teachings could not get any fucking worse. Thank you, Michael Donaldson. I love you, brother. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button if you haven't already. The more subscribers we get, the better. Yeah, don't forget to tap the subscribe button, bro.
Teachings.
Hey.
Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm so concerned.
I got something for you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, God. This is so creepy. No. Tomorrow's teaching. Okay, we're going to watch tomorrow's teachings. I'm gonna regret this. No, but I'm a little scared. I'm a little afraid to watch this, but we're gonna watch it together. We're gonna react to tomorrow's teachings.
So, what are you gonna do? What do older people do?
Oh no, God, no. This is so creepy, dude. So we're watching tomorrow's teachings. We're going to react to a tomorrow's teachings episode. I'm kind of scared because this is just creeping me out already, but we're going to watch tomorrow's teachings.
Hey, Sophie. How was school?
Good. Same old stuff.
Anyway.
If you guys can, though, don't forget, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,287 subs. Once again, we're at 9,287 subscribers. 13 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So I do want to thank everybody who's contributed and who has become a subscriber to this channel. You guys do realize that you guys have helped this channel grow. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for doing so.
Hey, I was thinking maybe you and I can catch a movie later.
Oh well, that sounds fun, but I think I'm gonna be busy later.
Busy? Again? With what?
I'm gonna hang out with a friend.
Again? You're always with your friends.
Dad, I'm 15. I'm not your little girl anymore.
But sweetie, you are. You'll always be my little girl. I love you.
I love you too.
God, the acting in this is just so bad. Oh, man. Nah, Trump's the man, dude. Trump is the man.
But I'm gonna be busy tonight. I can't. I'm sorry. Hello?
Hey.
Oh, God, no.
Hey.
Oh, my God.
What are you doing?
Nothing, just got home from school.
Do you still want to hang out tonight?
Yeah. What are we doing?
We're gonna have some fun.
Oh, my
You ever
God,
been
no,
kissed
no,
before?
no, 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 no. Tomorrow's teachings, man. Oh, no, 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 no. Run the fuck away, dude.
No.
Girl, you gotta run away.
Oh.
Well, do you want to try?
I don't know about that.
Hey, thank you, Kemoy Chapman, for sending. Hey, everybody, let's give a shout out to Kemoy Chapman 4028, my boy. Dude, Kemoy, I haven't seen you in a while, man. I'm glad you popped in on the chat, brother. ET says he grew 2 inches when he subscribed to the channel. Don't know how true that is, but Kemoy Chapman, I want to give you a love, some heart hands. I love my boy Kemoy, dude. Thank you so much. Everybody, give a warm round of applause to Kemoy Chapman. Thank you so much, Kemoy Chapman. I appreciate you, bro. My boy Kemoy, dude. The #1 Jaguars fan in all the land, Kemoy Chapman. 4-3. But yeah, Kemoy, thank you so much for doing that, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Thought we would just hang out. I've never done that before.
It's okay. Don't be nervous. We won't do anything you don't want to do. You sure you're not a cop? And it's okay that I'm 30?
That guy's 30. Hold on. That guy's 30. You kidding me? He has like all white hair, dude.
I'm not a cop. And yes, it's okay. I don't see why it would be a problem.
All right. I'll see you later.
That guy doesn't look 30.
Bye.
Who's that?
Just my friend, Jake. Jane?
Jade? Jake? Which one is it?
Jane. It's Jane.
It's okay if it's a boy. You can tell me.
No, Dad, I promise. It's just a girl.
Hey, listen. It's Friday night.
This is just so stinky.
No school tomorrow. Why don't you and I watch that new Wednesday episode?
No, it's okay. I'm okay.
What? I thought you loved Jenna Ortega.
Dad, I don't want to hang out with you tonight. Why can't you just understand that?
All right.
Sophie's dad is devastated and hurt. He misses the times when Sophie was younger. She's growing up now, and he can't spend as much time with her.
Hey, Sophie, come look at this. It's this news story about this girl that got kidnapped by using this app, this social media app. Can you believe that? It must be horrible. Poor parents.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be careful and think twice. Be careful with what you do.
Yeah, dude. Oh no. Maybe he's got a tracker on her phone. Hopefully. Oh God. Oh, let's see what happens.
Do online.
Gotta be careful, man, with what you do online, bro.
Hello?
Hey, do you want to go hang out with me and Sarah?
I can't. I'm leaving soon.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm gonna hang out with Jake.
Oh, what are you doing? The boy from the app?
Oh my God, the boy from the oh my God. This is amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Sophie, that...
Tomorrow's teachings is probably one of the greatest, not just one of, it is the greatest life lesson. Tomorrow's teachings is the greatest life lesson YouTube channel of all time. I think most people can agree with that. But yeah, no, tomorrow's teachings is amazing. But yeah, no. But no, I really do think that Donald Trump's the greatest president of all time. I know you guys disagree with me on this, but whatever. I don't give a shit. Let's keep watching tomorrow's teachings.
App was just a joke. We didn't want you to actually hang out with anyone on there. I would not go.
Why?
What if he's weird? Who knows what could happen? It could be dangerous.
Well, I mean, he's already weird. I mean, come on, man. Like, oh, Jesus. So creepy, though. This is so creepy.
You sound just like my dad.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Hey, I'm here. I'm outside.
Okay, I'm coming right now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm so scared. Just gonna get creepy.
Sophie?
Just. I'm sorry. This is just too good. I'm not saying. I'm just saying the production is just fucking hilarious, dude. I've become addicted to life lesson YouTube videos because they're just too fucking hilarious. Oh my God, this is amazing. Fucking A, man.
Hey.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
I got something for you.
Oh, thank you. So, what are you gonna do? What do older people do?
Oh God, oh God, oh my God, no, no. My God, no. Oh. Son of a bitch.
Here's good. So, you ever been with an older man before?
No,
Oh my God. This is so disturbing, man. This is so disturbing. Ah, so creepy. I mean, dude, this really tomorrow's teachings is really good about casting the creepers that play as the people who, like, you know, do the terrible deed. This is terrible, man. This is too freaking scary, man.
ETRN7CH says, this needs a Chris intervention.
It does, dude. Absolutely does. 100%. Hunted.
I've never hung out with older men before.
You're 15?
Yeah.
Have you ever kissed any guys before?
Oh, dude. Oh. I know this is all staged and acting. It's still creepy.
No. Why are you asking me this?
Because you're a pretty girl. That's why.
I want to go home.
Do you like to cuddle? Why? We just started hanging out.
Let me out.
Ah, shit, he locked the car. Of course he did. Oh, Jesus.
Not yet. We haven't any fun.
Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Oh, the cop, dude. The cop. Yeah, dude. The cops to the rescue on this one, dude. Hell yeah. Oh my God, it's the cop from that one fucking video. Oh my God, that's so hilarious. Hey, you guys, we're at 9,287 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,287 subs. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. It makes the channel feel good. It makes it feel sexy, I guess. But yeah, if you guys can, tap that subscribe button. Let's go, man. Tap it. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. You got to get a grip. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip if you want to get a grip.
What's wrong with you, scumbag?
What's wrong with you, scumbag? Oh, yeah.
Dad! Sophie! What happened? Did he hurt you? What happened?
I'm okay. You saved me.
Why did you do this? I've told you for many years not. I just showed you a story on the news today about this girl that got kidnapped. Why?
I'm sorry. Wait, how did you find me?
I snapped a picture of his license plate before you left, and I uploaded it to this search engine online, this search app. And turns out this guy's a creep. He's done this before. He's done this a few times. He's kidnapped girls before.
I love you, Dad.
Wait, if he's kidnapped girls before, why is he not in jail? What the fuck? Dude, that is so messed up.
Thank you for saving me.
Promise me you're not going to do this again. Promise me.
I promise.
Let's go home.
Parents, make sure you're aware of the apps your kids are using. Always monitor them. Kids, it is never okay to meet up with someone that you've met online.
Small wiener gang.
You do not know.
Jeez, man. Hey, let's give a shout out to Mike Floden. Everybody, thank you so much, Mike Floden. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. It does help the channel grow. As you know, it does help my wiener grow. I don't know. But thank you still. Hey, let's give a shout out to Mike Floden, everybody. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Small wiener gang. Amazing. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate you. I mean, was it Mike? Yeah, Mike Floden. Thank you. I'm all over the place, dude.
We'll have new videos every Monday and Friday.
Fuck you, tomorrow's teachings. God damn it. So supposedly Trump is reported to seek an exit plan without a
President
Hormuz
Trump has
deal?
reportedly told aides
Hold on. I got to hear this.
that he's willing to end the U.S. military campaign, even if the Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed. That report is...
No. There needs to be no negotiation on this one. Strait of Hormuz needs to be opened. The Strait of Hormuz needs to be completely mother effing opened. I think you know that. I think you all know that. Come on, man. The Strait of Hormuz needs to be completely mother effing opened. And everybody knows I'm right, all right? Everybody.
In the Wall Street Journal, it comes after Iran attacked a fully laden Kuwaiti oil tanker that was anchored at the Dubai port, damaging the hull and starting a fire on board. For more, let's get to Bloomberg Horizon's anchor Jemana Pasechi in Dubai. And Jemana, another day of having to weigh up these conflicting messages from the White House then. On the one hand, threatening all kinds of damage at civilian infrastructure, and then hours later, the Wall Street Journal reporting that he's considering calling things off, even if the Straits of Hormuz are not opened. What do we make of the latest news lines?
That's right. Once again, a lot of narratives emerging out of the White House and indeed from President Trump himself. But I want to take you back to the Truth Social post that he put up yesterday afternoon, this afternoon regionally. He said that they were in discussions with a quote-unquote more reasonable regime and that a deal will be shortly reached. And then he says, after which, if the strait is not immediately open for business, we will conclude our stay in Iran by blowing up, obliterating power plants, oil wells, and Karg Islands. So here, in this specific Truth Social post, he's making a linkage between a deal for the war and the reopening of the straits. Now, fast forward overnight, the Wall Street Journal reporting that actually he is considering options to wind down some of the military activities and operations and then deal with the straits at a later point. So thus...
Oh man, I don't know. I think that Donald Trump and Israel need to work together to demolish any of the Iranian troops that are along the border of Iran, and they just need to bomb the crap. I don't know how you effectively bomb at this point, but thank you, Kemoy Chapman, though, for sending the flowers. I appreciate you, bro. Everybody give a shout out to my boy Kemoy Chapman. I'm going to give you a heart hands. Love you, bro. Got to give Kemoy his heart hands, bro. Thank you. I really do appreciate the gifts, man. It does help. Oh, hold on. Almost got to pop my back. Oh, there we go. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So big shout out to my boy Kemoy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude.
Making a dissociation between the two. So it is unclear at this point whether he thinks that the two issues now need to be wrapped together or whether he sees them as separate topics that have to be resolved independently. Now, when it comes to the military operations, the U.S. have painted a picture of success. President Trump has said repeatedly that they have made substantial progress. And even yesterday overnight, in an interview the Israeli Prime Minister gave to Newsmax, he said that they've accomplished more than 50% of what they set out to achieve. At the outset, remember, they set a time frame of about 4 to 6 weeks. That is also the time frame that is referenced in that Wall Street Journal article. And the feeling from the Trump administration, as per sourced in the Wall Street Journal article, is that if they were to set about forcefully reopening the straits, it would significantly extend that timeline.
Now, here's the thing. The Strait of Hormuz needs to get opened. So here's what I think needs to happen. I think that the U.S. and Israel airstrikes need to continue to happen along the coast of Iran. Get rid of these missile complexes. Get rid of these missiles that they have. Basically, take out Iran. I'm not saying the citizens. I'm saying the leadership. Look, at the end of the day, the leadership in Iran is the problem. They are the snake's head. So all I'm asking you is this. What do you think? Should the U.S. try to get rid of the rest of the leadership in Iran and just let them start from scratch? Look, I think a militarily weak Iran is a good Iran. I really do. I've been saying this the whole time. And I don't know why it wouldn't be. I mean, what are you guys thinking, man? What do you guys know? What do you guys feel? Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed in Tucker Carlson as well. Look, I'm not saying that he needs to be a fan of the war. I don't think anybody needs to be a fan of the war. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself the question. Do you really want an Iran that's powerful? No, you don't. You want the weakest possible version of Iran that you can possibly get. Seriously, you want the weakest version of Iran that you could possibly get. That's the truth. Why wouldn't you? It's the smartest thing you can do. I think y'all know it. And you know that Donald Trump's right. Destabilizing the Iranian military to basically zero and destabilizing the leadership to where it's non-existent in Iran is perfect. Iran can no longer carry out organized military strikes on its neighbors. It can no longer have the infrastructure available to create nuclear weapons. Good. A weak Iranian military is a good one. We should not want Iran to have a powerful military. Why should we?
The issue is, ultimately, what the article suggests is that Trump would have to lean on some of the European allies and Gulf allies to help find a diplomatic solution to this. But a solution in which Iran still effectively controls the strait, or vessels have to pass through the strait and pay a toll, is not something that's acceptable for many Gulf nations. And indeed, they've been quite vocal about that. So it is unclear at this point.
No, absolutely, Michelle. Trump is 100% completely right. Yep, I agree. If you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. Just tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're at 9,289. We're only 11 subscribers away from hitting 9,300, you guys. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button, and let's see what we could do.
Whether any other nation in the world would subscribe to that outcome. But at the same time, on the ground, all of the actions suggest further military escalation, as we were talking about, with the deployment of more ground troops. And overnight, the U.S. actually targeting a key industrial base in Isfahan as well. So it could go both ways in the coming days. But this is the first time we hear an perhaps explicit reference of Trump looking to dissociate the strait from what they're doing with the war.
My wiener. I am so glad that Star Trek Starfleet Academy has been canceled. It was terrible, man. Heck yeah, Michelle, get it. Hey, everybody, give a shout out to Michelle Stroker. I appreciate you for being a subscriber, and it really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. And we're a smaller channel, admittedly, but I do want to thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. It's cool that Trump sent you a Bible after you gave him some dollars for his campaign, and Dude, hell yeah. I think that's cool. I mean, I've never been baptized, or I'm not really a religious guy, but I think it's cool that you got baptized. I mean, I'm not like against religion or anything. I just don't go to church. Sort of. I believe that there's a creator, is what I'm trying to say. Don't know how it all works, but I do have some faith in it. But thank you for tapping the subscribe button, you guys. I really appreciate it. We're at 9,290 subs. We're now only 10 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So who is going to be my 9,300th subscriber? I don't know. But if you guys subscribe to the channel, it does help the channel grow, and I appreciate everybody's efforts in making this show, make the Michael Garza show great again, bro. Make the Garza show great again, dude. I'm looking into this a little bit further, seeing what else we could find here. Yep, we're at 9,290 subscribers. 9,290. I want to say I greatly appreciate everybody for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. It goes a long way. And no, I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Give me just a few more moments here. Yeah, I think going to church might not be a bad idea. Yeah, soccer's amazing. No, that's really cool that you played soccer, Michelle. It's pretty dope. Heck yeah. And no, if you're really good at a sport, I think it's good to roll with it sometimes. Especially if it's a sport you really enjoy, or if you're just athletic in general and you're really good at sports, take advantage of that completely. Oh, well. The national gas average hits $4.
Welcome back into Live Now from Fox.
Per gallon.
I'm Jay Russell. Thank you for sticking with us. Gas prices are soaring high again all across the country. At last check, AAA has told us that gas prices are now reaching the $4 mark. Just under a month ago, gas prices were $1 less. The questions now lead to, where do we go from here? Will gas prices remain the same or will they lower down? I'm bringing in now an oil analyst, as you see right there, Andrew Lippo. Andrew, I got to ask you, that's the main question that America wants to know about right now. Is this just the beginning of the increase, or are we closer to the peak right now?
Well, thanks very much for having me. I think that gasoline prices are going to continue to rise as the conflict drags on. And of course, the oil market is really looking for the conflict to end and the Strait of Hormuz to reopen so that we can actually resupply the market and see prices fall.
And, you know, people are definitely paying at the pump right now, as you see that video right there. With the gas prices rising so quickly, how long does this normally stay like this and stay elevated?
Well, unfortunately, I really don't have good news because the answer depends on how long the conflict and the supply disruption lasts. So the oil market is looking at this on a day-by-day basis. And as the conflict drags on, we're seeing a greater and greater disruption into the oil market, which means higher prices, which unfortunately translates into higher gasoline prices and diesel prices for the consumer.
You know, you were just bringing this up off camera, but as of tomorrow, we could be seeing...
I mean, look, these are short-term pains, by the way, for long-term gains. It's the whole premise of this is short-term pain for long-term gain. The reason that this is a big deal, look, I'm not saying that high gas prices is something to just be like, oh, it's nothing. It is something. But at the end of the day, what really matters is the big picture. What is Donald Trump trying to accomplish in Iran? I think we know. And look, I believe a weak Iran is a good Iran for the Middle East. I've said it once, I'll say it again. It's a good thing to have a weak Iran here. We need it. The world needs a weak Iran because Iran has proven to time and time again to be pieces of you know what I mean? To like their neighboring countries and stuff. So the Iranian government's got to go. The entire military for Iran should just surrender at this point because they have no hope. And I think you guys know that I'm right deep down. All you leftists in the chat, I think you guys know I'm right. To all the lefties in the chat, to all the leftists, I think you know that Daddy's correct. I think you know that Daddy's correct. By the way, we're at 9,292 subscribers. Once again, 9,292. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're only 8 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. Who is going to be my 9,300 subscriber? Tap the subscribe button ASAP to help us out, because we're a smaller channel, admittedly. We're also trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so like I've been saying, the more subscribers we get, the better. It just helps the channel grow in so many freaking ways, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's keep watching.
Seeing the $4 mark, gas prices going over that. Realistically, looking ahead right now into the spring, into the summertime, what do you think drivers will be paying at that point?
Well, I think that in the next couple of weeks, we could see gasoline prices on a national basis tick on up to $4.10 a gallon.
I mean, not gonna lie, I've been paying like $4 per gallon on regular for a while, so I mean, currently it's sitting pretty around $5 a gallon here on the West Coast. So, but yeah, tap the subscribe button, man. We're trying to get to 9,300. Let's go, dude. $9,300.
$4.15 a gallon. But my biggest concern is you see it on the news about the Strait of Hormuz being closed, Saudi Arabia diverting oil towards the Red Sea, the Houthis now being involved in the conflict, and them shutting off the
The Houthis are involved, damn it.
transit way through the Red Sea, really causing the disruption to linger.
You know, as you mentioned a little bit earlier about the Strait of Hormuz, it really just depends upon that. We heard President Trump speaking about that earlier in the show before. If the tensions in the Middle East come down tomorrow, how quickly would those gas prices drop below the national average as it was before?
Well, if we were to assume that peace was breaking out tomorrow, you would see a substantial decline in crude oil prices.
Yeah, if there's a real chance for peace, like if it's really looking like peace is going to happen and the Strait of Hormuz is going to open, obviously oil prices are going to go down. At least they should, in theory. But yeah. In theory. Could be wrong. But let's take a look, man. There's serious discussions happening, man. Serious, true discussions happening.
Probably to the tune of $20 a barrel. And that translates into 50 cents a gallon for gasoline. And you would see prices start to come off nearly immediately at the retail location.
You know, that's just amazing to hear because I believe we were reporting before that gas, it was rising up $90 per barrel, getting up to $100 per barrel. So as we're seeing video right now with the oil being pumped, I'm looking a little further ahead right now, going from how things may look tomorrow from 30 to 60 to, let's just say 60 to 90 days. I know it all depends upon what happens with the Strait of Hormuz, but the way things that are going right now, what would you expect things to be in the next 60 to 90 days?
Well, I think that prices are going to remain elevated. And even if the conflict ended tomorrow, it's going to take several weeks and several months for crude oil production to be restored in.
Yeah, so I'm really like, I don't think it's going to be instantaneous. Like, I don't think the price of oil is going to miraculously dip down to like zero or anything. But like, once the supply keeps up with the demand, everything will be back to normal as far as the prices go. Hopefully. We'll see, man. We shall see. But yeah, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. I want to thank you guys for being so incredible, for keeping it good. You guys keep this channel real. By the way, 8 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. We're just 8 subs away. 8 subscribers away. So who is going to be my 9,300 subscriber? It could be you. I don't know who it's going to be. But tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Colonel, it's Snake. It's the legendary Solid Snake. I want to try to do... here's the thing. I've been actually kind of wanting to do Snake's voice, because I think I could do probably a good Snake Metal Gear Solid. Okay. Let's do Metal Gear Solid 1. Give me a moment, though. Give me a moment. Metal Gear Solid 1, by the way, was one of the greatest games of all time. Just saying.
Snake, are you okay? I've been better.
How's Mara?
They've got her. Damn. Snake, the government has decided not to give in to their demands. We're trying to buy some more time.
Come on, Colonel.
Why don't you stop playing dumb? I'm sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies to end now.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear was designed to launch a new type of nuclear warhead.
Metal Gear was designed to launch a new type of nuclear warhead. Yeah, dude, this game is so good. I love Metal Gear Solid might be one of the greatest games of all time, dude. It's amazing.
Epstein is alive.
The Palm Beach Pete situation is wild. So we're gonna look up a little bit of the Palm Beach Pete situation. Our boy Palm Beach Pete, dude. So we're at 9,293 subscribers once again. We're at 9,293 subs. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for subscribing to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. Let's keep going, man. We're only 7 subscribers away, by the way. 7 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. We're going to watch a little Palm Beach Pete real quick.
Epstein is alive.
You're not Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's one of those
I'm Palm Beach Pete.
days. It's one of those days where by the end of the video, you're either going to be mad that the people in the video exist, or you're going to be mad that I am not one of the people in the video. If that doesn't make sense, it will in like 20 seconds. There is never any in between when it comes to shit like this. Internet conspiracy theories have always been a source of mixed emotions for me, because on one hand, they are always so unbelievably fucking stupid that it's actually kind of funny. It's funny that there are people out there who actually spend their days making this shit up, and there are people who spend their days believing it. On the other hand, though,
Alex Jones is the man, though.
Flip side of that coin we just described.
I love the fact, though, that Palm Beach Pete is taking full advantage of the situation by just kind of making it seem like, I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. The way he even says it makes people suspicious. And now they're all thinking that he's Jeffrey Epstein. By the way, we're now at 9,294 subs. We're only 6 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. Once again, we are 6 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So please, I'm asking you, I'm begging you. I'm asking, though, kindly. Please subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel grow. It really does. So please subscribe. Subscribe button's in the upper right hand corner. But yeah, we're trying to get to 9,300 tonight. Let's go, dude.
The fact that these conspiracy theories are always so stupid, yet people still do come up with them and people still do believe them, makes you kind of worry about what sorts of people we are sharing this planet with. Now, we've looked at a lot.
Nah, I don't know, dude. I'm starting to wonder about this guy.
Of different conspiracies on this channel that would make you have such worries, but none of them really compare to what we're talking about today. Palm Beach Pete is a man who has taken over the internet for absolutely no reason whatsoever, other than the fact that at like a quick glance, if you're not really looking, he kind of...
I'm not gonna lie, like they do look different when you compare them side by side, but come on, man. Come on, man. ET says
Small
final.
Wiener Gang.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Anthony Reddick. Thank you, Anthony Reddick, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Let me put
Anthony
your name
Reddick K1E says, I just subscribed.
Hey, and let's give a shout out to RHUUKESE1 for subscribing. Small Wiener Gang. Thank you guys for subscribing. We're almost to 9,300. I feel it. We're so close. But thank you guys for taking the time to sub. It really does help the channel grow. Now, let's continue to react to Palm Beach Pete.
Looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
He does look like, dude, Palm Beach Pete, though, really does look like Epstein.
That's it. Yet hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are convinced that he is the man himself hiding out in Palm Beach. Yeah, so if you haven't heard about this, basically a few weeks ago, a guy named Pete was driving around in a convertible when somebody who was driving next to him thought that he looked like Jeffrey Epstein. He recorded him and put him onto the internet, and now millions of idiots across the country are convinced that this guy is Jeffrey Epstein himself. Now, there are many reasons why this is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen happen on the internet, many of which I'm sure I don't have to explain to you, but we'll talk about those a bit later. We're going to look at some of the videos that have come out as a result of all this, starting with the video that kind of started it all, then looking at some of Palm Beach Pete's videos, and then some of the insane ways conspiracy theorists have tried to explain that this really is Jeffrey Epstein in hiding. Looking forward to it. Let's begin.
Please subscribe. Epstein is alive.
Yeah, these videos are hilarious, but let's keep looking.
Epstein is alive.
Okay, so this is...
I'm not gonna lie. That looks... He really has the Epstein look, which is kind of crazy. Like, he really looks so much... He honestly looks a lot like Jeffrey Epstein in so many fucking ways. Like, you take one glance at him, and I don't know. Anyway, we're 5 subscribers away. 9,295 subs. Once again, we're 9,295 subs. We're 5 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So I kindly ask you guys, if you please subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. More subscribers we have, the better. Like I said, who's going to be the 9,300 subscriber to the channel? I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. I don't know if we'll be able to find out, but we'll see. 9,295 subs, everybody. All you have to do is tap subscribe in the upper right-hand corner, and it does help the channel grow. I appreciate everybody's efforts. You guys have made this channel exactly what it is, so thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let's go.
Is the video that started everything, and like, sure, I'll concede there is some resemblance, but I mean, a quarter of his face is covered. You can only see half of his head, and his hair is covered. That's a pretty low bar to kind of look like somebody, and more importantly, and this is something I haven't really seen anybody mention, this guy resembles the version of Jeffrey Epstein that we are familiar with. And Jeffrey Epstein died 7 years ago, and most of the pictures and videos that we see in the media are far older than that. So the idea that Jeffrey Epstein faked his death and is now just roaming around Florida, not only in a fucking drop top where any...
Which is, the best place to hide is in plain sight. That is the old saying, isn't it? The best place to hide is in plain sight. Now, Palm Beach Pete, dude, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards some of these, these conspiracies, the more I hear about them, the more I'm kind of like, I don't think they're that far-fetched. You know? Who knows? Maybe I'm a little crazy, but I don't know, dude. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. But yeah, if you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. Let's go.
Anybody can see him, but also somehow looks the exact same as he did 10 years ago. In his kind of position, he hasn't aged from stress at all. He even might look a little younger. Yeah, all right. Anyways, this was Palm Beach Pete's response to this.
Hey everybody, this is Palm Beach Pete, and my video went viral because some dude randomly filmed me while I was driving on I-95, unbeknownst to me, and the next thing I know, I'm a viral sensation. I had my phone down for about 4 hours and didn't know my phone was blowing up with all these comments from that video. So I got a lot of traction. It's pretty crazy. Thanks.
So you're not Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
I'm Palm Beach Pete. Oh my God.
Atta boy, yeah.
Okay. Peace out.
Alright, so somebody films a guy driving down the street because he thinks he looks like an infamous individual. That video blows up, the guy in the video ends up seeing it, so he goes on to TikTok to clear his name and be like, hey, I'm not that guy. In a rational, normal world, that would be the end of it. But since we have all become so unbelievably stupid, it seems, of course, that is not where it ended. That video that you just watched has thousands upon thousands of comments calling it AI, saying it's a body double, saying the clothes are wrong, saying the car interior is fake, and just a
I love the. Hey, look, conspiracy theories are fun. You know, they're not meant to be taken seriously. Like, I don't know. Some people do take them seriously, don't get me wrong. But conspiracy theories are meant to be fun, you know? Go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. Why not, you know? I don't know. Look, I got to admit I'm a little bit tired. We're going to try to react to the rest of this real quick.
Wide array of the dumbest questions and the dumbest accusations I think a human being could possibly come up with. I mean, seriously, going through this comment section will make you realize that when researchers say that our critical thinking skills are declining across the board, they aren't joking. I mean, for example, there are dozens of questions that basically ask what this one is asking, which is how did he know he was a viral sensation when he didn't have TikTok before this? Man, oh man, that sure is a mystery. Oh, wait, it's actually not. If you think about it at all, somebody probably told him. Or he saw a repost of it on any of the other social medias that this video got posted onto. This one might be my personal favorite. How were you not viral before becoming viral? That's definitely a question. I mean, I'm assuming what she's asking is like, how did somebody not make this comparison already? Why is it just happening now? And again, let's think about it.
Yeah, it is weird that it's just happening now because, you know, Epstein was a big deal. Even in 2019, you know, the death of Epstein was a big deal. Epstein didn't kill himself. That was all over the place. If you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,295 subs. Once again, we're at 9,295 subscribers. We're only 5 subs away. Can't believe it, man. We're 9 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. Let's go, dude. Tap that subscribe button. Let's go.
Maybe because most human beings are socially adjusted and are not just posting videos of random strangers onto the internet because they kind of look like someone. Crazy idea, I know.
Good morning, everybody. This is Palm Beach Pete from Palm Beach, Florida. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete, going to play some tennis today, going into town, have lunch. I'm so not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just me being me.
It is unironically insane that this guy has to do this. Like, what's happening?
I think it's hilarious. And hey, dude, honestly, this guy is going to get so much social media clout, he'll be able to make a little bit of extra money from his social media clout. So I love it, man. I think it's great. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, man.
Happened to us as a people? Why are we so dumb? Like, look, don't get me wrong, obviously the government lies to us. Every government lies. The deep state is probably a real thing. If you want to believe that Jeffrey Epstein is alive somewhere, okay, whatever. It's not the most far-fetched, unbelievable conspiracy theory I've ever heard. I'm not going to support you, I'm not going to back you, and I'm not going to believe it with you, but okay. An extremely powerful person having their death faked and being hidden? Sure, it could probably happen. But the idea that if that was happening, they would just drop him in fucking Palm Beach, a place where he used to have a house, not change anything about his appearance and let him drive around in a convertible? It's like, come on. You've got to give...
Like I said, dude, the best place to hide is in plain sight. That's the thing. But yeah, thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button. We just got one more sub. We're at 9,296 subs. We're only 4 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Once again, I just want to repeat the instructions. I hope you guys please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're only 4 subs away. 4 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So please take the time to subscribe. It really does help a small channel like mine feel bigger.
Give me something. You cannot tell me with a straight face that you actually think that that is how it'd be handled. Seriously. I say that, though, and I don't really know why.
Yep, this is August the Duck we're watching. August the Duck, I got to admit, is a pretty good reaction channel, so I do enjoy his reactions to things. So
because I know that there are plenty of people who do think that way, and unfortunately, I have proof.
If I was at my home in Palm Beach.
Hey everybody, this is Palm Beach Pete, and my video went viral. Not Jeffrey Epstein, I'm Palm Beach Pete.
You all don't find this to be suspicious besides me. I know I can't be the...
I mean, I got to admit, I look at Palm Beach Pete and think, damn, dude. I don't know.
Only one out there that finds this whole thing...
He just looks so much like Jeffrey Epstein, it's disturbing.
...to be very bizarre. Now, again, this video is for entertainment purposes only. All of this information is just that. It's just an opinion. It's allegedly. That's all that is.
Mine's an opinion, too. Allegedly, he just looks a lot like... They look so similar.
I'm just sharing a clip. I'm just asking questions.
What question are you asking? You say one thing over and over in this video, and that's just that you find this bizarre. What's bizarre about it? That two old white dudes lived in Palm Beach? My brother in Christ, I have some real fucking bad news for you. Every single person who lives in Palm Beach is an old white dude. 90% of Palm Beach is white, and the median age is 70 years old. I think what would honestly be more bizarre is if there wasn't a Jeffrey Epstein doppelganger in Palm Beach. Like, what exactly are these questions you're talking about? If people believe this, yes, I'm sure many people do. There are people on TikTok who think that mantis people control the universe. This is nothing in the grand scheme.
Here's all the...
Hell yeah, Maroon. Get it, dude. I love it.
evidence we have to confirm that Palm Beach Pete is actually Jeffrey Epstein. Starting off with the first and most obvious piece of evidence, that both of them look identical to each other. Here's a side-by-side picture of the both of them, and you literally cannot tell either of them apart.
Okay, so I don't know if this is rage bait or not. I don't know if I want to trust the word of Peach News, but I'm going to take it seriously for the purpose of this video. No, they actually don't look identical whatsoever. The only way they kind of look similar is from the side when one of the guys...
I don't know, even facing him head on, dude, they got a very... I mean, let's just face it, the dude looks like Epstein.
Has like half of his facial features covered. Again, super fucking low bar.
Next, the both of them literally have the same exact teeth. So as you can see right here, this is Jeffrey Epstein's bottom row of teeth. And then if we go ahead and look at Palm Beach Pete's bottom row of teeth, literally identical to Jeffrey Epstein's.
All right, Peach News, now you're just starting to piss me off. Again, no, they don't have the same teeth at all. And again, it's one of those things, if you look at it for like 3 seconds, you realize that this is the dumbest shit anybody's ever come up with.
Yeah, it's a stretch. It is a stretch, don't get me wrong. Look, I don't think Palm Beach Pete is ultimately Epstein, but then again, something in my gut says, I don't know. But hey, we just got another subscriber. We're at 9,297 subs. Once again, we're at 9,297 subscribers. We're only 3 subscribers away from hitting 9,300. So, like I said, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Let's go, dude. I don't know, dude. They just look so similar. That's my problem here. Hey, we're at only 2 subscribers away from 9,300. So we're currently sitting pretty at 9,298 subscribers. 9,298. Who's going to be my 9,300 subscriber? I don't know. But if you guys can, though, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. More subscribers equals more wins. Hey, we just got to 9,300. Let's celebrate by watching the rest of this August the Duck video. Let's keep going,
Pete's 2 front teeth are right next to each other. Jeffrey Epstein has one of his front teeth further forward than all of his other teeth, so much so you can't even really tell which one is his other front tooth. Also, you can tell from these photos that Jeffrey Epstein's lips are considerably larger.
Next, in a recent interview, it was actually revealed that Jeffrey...
Hey, we just got another one. We're at 9,301 subs. 9,301 subs. Thank you guys. Hey, keep subscribing, man.
Epstein
Keep subbing.
and Palm Beach Pete actually lived in the same areas at the exact same time. So when Jeffrey Epstein was living in New York, so was Palm Beach Pete. And then when Jeffrey Epstein was living in Florida, so was Palm Beach Pete. And when this...
Do you think that Palm Beach Pete may have sold I wonder if he ever sold real estate to Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly. I just wonder. I didn't say he did. I said allegedly. But who knows? But yeah, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, you guys. It does help the channel grow. Once again, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're at 9,300 subscribers. Let's see how many more we can get before we end this video, man. Let's see how many people can pile on the Michael Garza train. Let's go.
This was brought up. Palm Beach Pete was literally trying to shush the interviewers.
Okay, so I looked and I couldn't find any clips of him like shushing an interviewer. But again, if you are concerned about the fact that an elderly rich white man moved from New York to Florida, boy oh boy do I have some news that's gonna be real distressing for you.
And then finally, every single day now, Palm Beach Pete is uploading videos onto social media saying that he is not Jeffrey Epstein. And in a lot of these videos, a lot of people feel like he's actually trying to gaslight us because he really is actually Jeffrey Epstein.
Man, that'd be a...
Dude, you got... It's a stretch, but I do enjoy these conspiracy TikToks. I'm not going to lie, these conspiracy TikToks are pretty hilarious. I have a totally different opinion from August the Duck when it comes to conspiracies. I think they're fun. I think they're fun to react to. I think they're fun to look into. Yeah, I see no problem with it at all. But if you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Once again, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We just got to 9,301 subs. But yeah, more subscribers, the better, man. Please, for the love of God, tap that subscribe button, bro. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Everybody now, tap it with your tip.
Really good point if dumb people feeling a certain way made things true. My goodness. Also, when it comes to stupid shit like this, when you're dealing with people who will believe anything, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If this guy wouldn't have said anything, people would be like, oh, look at that, he's not even trying to deny it. We caught him. But now that he is denying it, it's, oh, he's trying to gaslight us. I mean, holy shit, no. If millions of people were...
When it comes to conspiracy theorists, it's... You can't win with conspiracy theorists. Sorry. Once a conspiracy theorist has made up their mind, it's there's no change in their mind at that point, you know. That's the way it is.
Calling you one of the worst guys ever, you'd probably want to say, hey guys, that's not actually me.
Allegedly, this is the real Palm Beach Pete, and they unalived him.
Okay, so this is the last one we're gonna talk about because I can't like expend any more mental energy on shit this stupid. But basically, since this video doesn't really give a whole lot of context, there's a YouTube channel called Palm Beach Pete, and it's
oh my god. Jeez.
It's the guy you're seeing in the background, and that's it. No, that's like literally it. There's nothing else that connects these two other than it's just two old white guys who came up with the same corny nickname. But the kind of person who believes these sorts of conspiracy theories could not possibly...
I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm a little tired. I do want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, though. I can't believe we're at 9,301 subs. You guys have made it happen. You guys have made the dream come true for me. And honestly, I just want to thank you guys for making this show what it is, for making this show better, for making this show fun. Dude, 9,301 subscribers. I'll take that. I'll take that as a good omen. But I'm going to end the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good night, everybody. I appreciate you all. And don't forget to tap the subscribe button, double tap the like, tap the like button. Oh my god! And then if you can, send a super chat or a gift. Super chats or gifts really do help the channel grow. But I appreciate you guys, and